Welcome, everyone, to another Boldcast live stream. And yes, Dan Simmons, you have finally achieved your destined throne. Welcome, everybody, back to another Boldcast live stream. Hope everybody's doing good. Hope everybody's having a good day. Mm-hmm. Congratulations, Dan Simmons, for finally... What the fuck is up with my hair? For finally getting the recognition that you deserve. There's something on these glasses, and it's pissing me off.
Don't wear them. You're going to get mad. You're already going to be so mad at me when we play.
Hello, Morpheus. Well, welcome, everyone, back to the stream. What up, some dude? Amier Featry, William White, Nanotech1, Sniper71, Dark Shadow 7899, Shirayasha, Olivier Turcotte, 100 Blades, Fanar S, Frank the Tank. I believe I saw Wallrat. How's it going, everybody? Angel L, welcome back. Who else is here? Yellow Dude Laser. Yeah, Dark Shadow. Jalen Foster.
Welcome.
Chris Justice, Claudia Auditore. No rats here yet. Have you actually been reading Del Toro? We just finished that book.
Yeah, everyone who knows
this isn't a Del Toro ad. This isn't
a
Del Toro ad. Shut up. This is our first stream back. Don't sully it with your bullshit.
I finally got Carson. We've been listening to the audiobooks. It's so good. I wish Audible would sponsor us. Audible needs to sponsor us so then I can, give some sort of, free thing for Audible and then force everyone to listen to Del Toro audiobooks.
Sorry, everyone, because we aren't sponsored by Audible. And those books are, $17 Canadian.
It's worth it.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome back. Possessed Boy is here. Del Toro's Quest is a banger. Thank you, Lindsay Senpai. Well, there you go. Trenton Games. Shiro Takeda. Matt Smith. El Pepe. Jaden Gilmore. Miriam Tara. Wet Bread. Hello. Sadly, I have to go somewhere. Okay, see you later. Well, evil villain vibes. That's exactly what I'm going for. And, so... Thank you guys for tuning in to the first live stream back. I hope you guys have fun this stream.
I can't take you seriously when you look like that.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm ready to play some video games. Thank you. This cup was $40. It was as expensive as this fucking Akatsuki robe. I should be in one of those videos that's like, how much is your outfit? and just be wearing shitty cosplay and these $15 Amazon glasses. Amazon glasses and Akatsuki. Hey man, if you count this fucking controller, then I'm with any of them. The Berserk Cup? Oh, my water bottle, it's not in here, but yeah. The Drip. But yeah, so congrats, Dan. Mm-hmm. Congrats, Dan. Thank you guys all for tuning into the stream. I've missed these a lot. We had a great break. It was awesome. It was a really relaxing break. It was, we went camping.
That's good.
I think we're gonna post pictures soon. I still need to get them from my sister because neither of us took many pictures on the trip itself. But I was gonna make an Instagram post of a bunch of pictures from the trip and the stuff we did. But yeah, we went camping and that was really fun. We went to a couple of different campsites and then we stayed at a really nice resort, a super fancy resort, and spent the Patreon money on a delicious salad. If you guys are in the Discord, you'll know about this fucking salad. I was talking nonstop about the salad. Talk about the trip instead of playing the game. Oh, here's something. I almost died on the trip. There's that. I literally almost it would have been the fucking end of Boldcast. Literally on this trip, I almost drowned in this giant lake. Luckily, my dad came out to save me with the boat. But yeah, I literally almost drowned to death. I was drinking, as you do, camping, and I wasn't drunk. I had like 3 beers, and I was just like, we were on this little like sandbar island, and I was like, I'm just gonna go out floating, and we had this giant moose floaty that was like huge. It was like giant.
Like, you know those unicorn floaties, or like Instagram girls.
I can swim. I can swim just fine.
Have like those giant. It was like that, but like a moose, and it was massive, and it was like this tall, like over a foot tall, and then like the moose head was like another few feet tall.
And yeah, so it was starting to get windy as I was floating out. I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna relax. I had a cup holder, so I brought my beer out with me, drank the beer, and then I literally closed my eyes for like 15 seconds, and I was like 100 feet out. I was like so far out because the tube itself was like, it was tall. So, and with
like
the moose
sail.
head, the moose head had like the big blow up antlers in the head and everything, so that was like a wind sail. So then I'm like being carried out to sea basically in this giant lake. And I was like, oh, I'm getting a little far out. Let me just, I guess I'll start swimming back. Get out, start like swimming and pushing the floaty. But the wind like started picking up more and it started carrying me out more. And like an idiot, by the way, if you ever do this, PSA, wear a life jacket because I very quickly started running out of breath. And if I had gotten off like 5 seconds later, the wind would have taken me out to the point where I could not scream for help, which I did. I screamed for help, and that's the only way that I was able to be saved. If I was further out, I would have died because they wouldn't have been able to hear me. The wind was strong, and the waves were picking up from the wake from these other boats, so the sound wasn't like carrying across the water as well. Yeah. And if I was further away, I would be dead. Like, literally. She did save me. She and my dad and my sister and I guess my 5-year-old nephew.
I was building sandcastles, so I wasn't watching Carson. He was like, I'm gonna go floating. I was like, can I come with you? He says no. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go build sandcastles, and he can do his own thing.
Yeah.
But I guess I should have been supervising him.
Yeah, I was like screaming for help. So you're saying it like a joke, but you could have literally died. Yeah, no, I'm not really saying it like a joke. I think just my outfit makes it a joke. I'm not really joking. It was just dumb, is all it was. But I literally could have died out there, actually, and Boldcast would have been no more. So count your blessings.
Yeah, we almost died a few times. There's some.
Oh right.
On our way there, we almost ran into a moose, on the road. Which, if you don't know, if you hit a moose, it can just fall onto your car and crush you to death. And then there was also some insane lightning right beside us that was like super scary.
Yeah, the floaty took me to deep waters. But yeah, the lightning literally struck maybe 10 feet from us as well.
I feel like it might have been farther. It was probably farther, but it really felt close. Like it was like 10 feet away.
We were like getting stuff out of the car. We just arrived at the campsite where my mom was, and we were just like getting stuff out of the car. It started raining, and then lightning like struck right next to us and shook the car and like shook us. Like it's like have you ever gone to a gun range and someone brings out the giant one and you feel your bones shake? It was like that, but lightning instead of a gunshot. It was crazy. Ain't moose like 12 feet tall? Yes. We like
They're big.
I was going like 120k around this corner.
No, you weren't.
I slowed down around the corner.
We were not going that fast at this point.
Yeah. I was going really fast, but I slowed down for the corner. But even still, like, lucky we were in the right lane, obviously, because it's like one lane this way, one lane that way, and it had just crossed the road.
It was in the other lane, and then we came around. So if we had been going like slightly faster, it might have.
The plot armor going crazy. Exactly.
Man, we were so close to having this be a solo Lindsay channel. You guys.
You really think Lindsay would be streaming without me? I need to get more stuff in this. I need to, like, tilt it up all the way to the sky in order to get, like, a little mouthful. Time skip, Carson. Yeah, exactly. Wow, this is mod chat and a half. Sounds relaxing. Well, yeah, those were, like, the most stressful parts of the trip. But
the rest of it was pretty relaxing.
The rest of it was good. It was a scary trip, but it was still a really good break. This is what Carson would look like if he goes rogue, leaves Lindsay, and starts his own YouTube channel. That cosplay disturbed me. Okay, I'll take it. Jesus Christ, you guys. I'll take it off if it's that big of a deal.
Throwing everyone off. Everyone's just like, you're telling me this story, and I just...
Ow.
There's just something
You're
about
saying
you.
it like a joke. I'm just like, I'm not joking. I fucking nearly died. Okay. Well, I hope you guys did good on our break while we were gone.
Yeah, and I hope you're excited for
What
a
up,
race.
Keyblade? Yeah, I hope you guys are excited for a race.
We just, like, came back and we were like... We actually came back... We had a week more worth of stuff that we had already edited and gotten ready. And we were like, oh, we could just watch more Naruto or more Clannad or just get back on with the normal stuff. But...
I didn't realize. It's a Can-Tent shirt. It's from another YouTube channel. I didn't realize I was wearing the I Survived. It's I Survived Titan Week. It's
the
not...
reveal takes off effort. Okay, I'll take off the cosplay.
Oh my god. I did not plan that. I did not plan that. I promise. You hate Naruto and JoJo? GIF higged? Well, yeah, we got erased, and then we're bringing back Clannad.
We were so excited to watch Erased. I really liked Erased. And we just, like, watched it at our own pace and just, like, had a few good binge sessions. It was really good.
Yeah. Staged? It's not staged, wall rat. I was in water park, and I was on a slide. One a-hole kicked me on the chest, and I was drowning, then somehow I got up, and I was sitting in the corner of the pool, getting scolded by my senior. That sucks, ass. It's not even your fault. Yeah. But I will tell you, that was an awkward rest of the day. Like, after I almost died. It was like, we brought the boat in, we went back to camp, and then everyone was just like, oh, so how'd it go? And it's just like, everyone's silent, and I'm trying to, like, make it good, but yeah. That was pretty, it got better pretty quick, but it was pretty scary. Anyway. Watch Total Drama Island. It's fire. Give it a chance. No thanks. Beastars is gonna have a third season? Cool. Humans were never meant to go into water. Yeah, I feel like Jotaro, after he gets off the... After his, like, 5th plane crash or whatever. Carson only has 6 lives left. Yeah, that's not the first time I've almost died, either. Change your title to talking about your vacation. Do you guys even want to play games? Are you gonna watch season 2 of Beastars? Yes, that's probably what we're gonna watch next.
Yeah,
for new stuff.
We're gonna do some after story, get caught up on JoJo
and Naruto,
and yeah, we watched the Power arc in sub.
Yes, so sub. Enjoy that next week on YouTube. The Power arc, the Chikara arc.
Constantly hate on dub. Well, now you get the filler arc in sub.
Yeah, I convinced her to do that because then it's not taking away from the main stuff. And we're also going to be doing a few episodes, like a trial of the actual show in sub after that.
Because the filler was mostly filler characters talking, so I didn't get a great feel for like what the actual show would be like.
Konosuba's getting season 3. I'm excited.
Interesting.
That'll be cool. What up, Yamikage BG? Welcome. One reaction with those glasses and that Akatsuki robe. Well, stay tuned. I don't know how people are gonna take that. I did do one with the glasses and the Akatsuki robe. Are you going blind to It Takes Two? We know the premise.
We've seen like the trailer for it. And I
love the
wanted to
Naruto
play
dub.
it.
It's perfect. Yeah, Lindsay really likes the Naruto dub, and we'll likely go back to the dub.
Vinland Saga Season
not
2
holding ourselves to
officially
anything.
announced? That'll be exciting. I really liked Vinland Saga.
Ramzak, welcome back. Good to see you, man. And Display City, welcome back. And Aaron Salazar, dabbing as always. Good to see you guys again. Vinland Saga Season 2 officially announced. That's sexy. Wow, 95 viewers and we're just sitting here.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome, everybody. Hope you guys are liking the stream. If you like the stream, please leave a like. But Ratatouille reaction. I already gave you a Ratatouille reaction, wall rat. Why are you so obsessed with rats? You should be reading Del Toro.
Mm-hmm. Book 3 is called City of the Rats, just in case you're interested.
Mm-hmm. Ratatouille could be dope. Ratatouille re-reaction and review.
Do we want to talk about that?
Did you watch Demon Slayer movie? So sad. Yes, we did. We watched it a couple days ago in theaters.
Yeah,
Sorry you guys won't be doing a reaction.
But then we decided, since we were sort of had mixed feelings about like the Demon Slayer the show, we decided rather than doing it as a reaction, we'd like to go to the theater and have the best experience possible, especially because with the animation and the soundtrack and everything, we just thought this is probably one that would be good to see in the theaters. And I think we made the right call there. We're gonna be doing a review video on it, but we
will be doing like the Naruto Part 1 review, like a podcasty type thing. We're gonna be doing that soon.
But I'll say this, I think that the theater experience really made it work for me. I think that my enjoyment was exponentially better because of the theater.
Oh, good thing you weren't looking. There's a spoiler.
Oh, good.
Yeah, no spoilers. Spoiler policy activated. Do not spoil
anything.
Even
if we've already seen it.
Anything.
Did you guys watch the new Bo Burnham? Yes, we did.
We did.
It's really depressing.
It's really good as well, though. I think What is still my favorite of his. Just because of the time I watched it, it really impacted me, and I enjoyed it a lot when I watched it the first time. I'd say that one's number 1. Inside's probably number 2 for me, or maybe it's tied with Make Happy. I'm not sure. Make Happy kind of underwhelmed me, but overall, I liked it overall. But it was compared to, I was always comparing it to What, but comparing all three to each other, I'd say What is probably the best. Inside's artistically definitely the best one, but I don't know. It's very singular in the time that it was filmed. Like, it's for quarantine. It's for that area. It's like a time capsule of that time. So it exists only within that context, really, which is the point and which has its own merit. But in terms of, like, overall enjoyment, like, a lot of the humor was, like, based on quarantine and stuff like that. As far as the humor side of it, the artistic side of it, it played incredibly well. And Hassan Piker, Hassan Abi, the Twitch streamer, a lot of you guys probably know he's huge. But he mentioned something that was really interesting, that, like, because he's obviously very political, Hassan is, and he made the observation that, like, he felt very attached to... He very much, like, identified with the progression that, like, Bo was going throughout the year with, like, the radicalization of people and all the, you know, the protests and stuff like that, and just the way that things evolved and the way that the year went. It's a good, like, time capsule and a timeline in that way of the progression, and it shows that, like, obviously with his facial hair and stuff like that. People have said all these things before, but it was good, and it was really good. It was really, really good. We'd react to a movie of Naruto. We will be watching The Last. Yeah. And we watched the Land of Snow movie on Patreon. You can see that. And we are going to be watching more movies in the future for sure. We are eventually... Oh, Mozart Waddle!
Hello.
Welcome back. Good to see you, man. Did you guys watch Flowers of Evil, by the way? I love Hassan the Hun. Flowers of Evil. What is Flowers of Evil? I'll look it up just for you. Japanese. Oh, it's a manga series. Anime. Where's the anime? Anime television series. Who directed this? What the hell is this? This looks a little niche. We probably won't react to it, but it looks good. It looks very interesting. Anyway, yeah.
Isekai Quartet. I don't know.
I don't want this. We just came back. I don't want this to become a conversation of like, react to this. Please react to this. I say hi to Portugal. Hello, Portugal, and hello, Mario. Road to Ninjas is actually really good too. Yeah, there was an episode that's in the fillers coming up, or maybe we passed it. That's like the intro to Road to Ninja, because the movie came out like around this time. Anyway, without further ado, I think we should just get into the game. Unless, I don't know, like, should we even play or should we just sit around and talk? I don't know.
I'd like to play. I want to play.
Let's play the game. Let's play the game. Sorry to all of you who just wanted podcast boldcast. Let's see here. Let me close that bullshit. And this is our first time back, and I had to mess around with the audio because the Elgato audio software was trash. So
Elgato is just the worst thing of all time.
So I had to delete that because I was trying to, before I left, I was trying to like do more music streams and stuff like that. So I wanted the music to be louder for you guys than it was for me so that I could concentrate on the game and then you guys could listen to music with me, but it wouldn't be like bothering my ability to play whatever game I was playing. But so the software allowed me to do that, but it also required me to like freaking digitally wire up my entire sound system between like multiple different things. It was terrible. Bold podcast soon. Nice mustache, Carson. You got this. Thanks, man. Let's stop with the crest and get to the fun and games. Couldn't have said it better myself. All that to say, I hope this works. Because I've had problems in the past with all this shit. Stand by. The game wasn't open. What? Wait, what? Wait, what? Why did Origin open? Is this game only in Origin? Wait, what is happening?
Should have opened it earlier just to check it out.
Oh my good god. I have to sign into... Why do I have to sign... It's only on Origin? I bought it on Steam!
It on Steam?
Because I thought you could just fucking get it on Steam. It's like that typing ASMR. Sorry, everybody. I thought
stream.
I thought it was just a video game. Apparently, it's a fucking office simulator where I have to like manage my entire load. Yeah, exactly, Shadow. Thank you guys. Thank you. Just 1 second. This is ridiculous. Is It Takes Two in here now? There it is. If I knew it was an Origin-based game, why is it... So I launch it through... I play the game through Steam, but it actually just allows me to play it in Origin, I guess. And I click play and nothing happens. Do I have to sync my shit? What is... Hang on. It was launched from another application.
Restart.
What? Guys, I have no idea what's happening. I have no idea what's...
Close out Steam maybe and try it.
Just gonna open Origin to see, because my accounts are linked. Hi, Lindsay.
Hi. Just, classic. Never can just do what we want.
Play? Update. And then it launches Steam again. So they both have to be open in order to play this fucking game?
They have to be open, but Origin needs to be open first. Or else.
I just want to formally apologize for this on this, the day of our daughter's wedding. On this, the day of our first stream back. And then just nothing happens? Is that how this is going to be? Is Steam opening still? What the hell's going on?
Just going so slowly.
And my computer's like, sounds like it's going to start on fire just from opening Steam. I have no idea what's happening.
Maybe this is just a chill out stream. Maybe it is. Your computer is.
Can you guys hear my computer?
It's like.
Wait, is it starting? Origin just closed for no reason.
Crash.
I'm just getting okay, a black screen. And of course it's not automatically finding the game.
Okay. Good. Nice. Nice.
I'm gonna make the face cam just a little bit bigger there.
Okay.
Maybe I'll zoom it in a little bit.
You gonna...
Thanks for sticking with us, everybody.
Ooh, we lost a lot of viewers.
Did we?
Only at 68 now.
Well, we also... Oh, wait. Okay, let's see if we can get the fucking controller working here. Okay. Menu narration? No. Subtitles for dialogue? Should we do subtitles? Let's do it.
Sure.
Okay, speakers, surround, stereo. This is a lot of, disable.
Do I need to put my controller on too?
Can you use yours? Just try moving.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you guys wait? Oh shit!
What?
Freaking! Are you guys there? Wait, did the stream like buffer or something? We've been having a lot of trouble with Streamlabs OBS. Did the stream fucked up? Oh.
Okay, well it seems like it's good now.
Okay. I don't know. This has been happening while we were recording as well. Streamlabs would just freeze for no reason.
Didn't
buffer yet. No, it's good. We're here. Did it before though for a second? Where it like died?
Okay.
All good? It's all good?
It must be
okay.
fine. I think it's just on our end that it keeps like messing up.
Okay. All right. Good God, this shit. I don't know. And and we wonder why we're like so stressed out all the time.
Nothing works. I hate, like, Elgato is the worst thing I have ever seen in my life. I hate them. None of their shit works. It's constantly a burden. Carson's like, oh, I got this new Elgato thing. It's gonna make our life so much easier. It just fucks up every day of our lives. We waste... He's like, oh, don't worry.
Wait, did it happen again? It happened again.
It's literally happening again.
It's happening right now. I'm watching... Before I touch anything, can you guys hear us? Can you guys hear? You guys, wait. No? It's okay, nothing wrong with my... Okay, so it's just like a visual thing with Streamlabs, I guess. I need to fix... I think I'm just going to switch over to normal OBS next. I need to make that switch, because this is ridiculous.
It's really bad. Like, every single time we try and do anything, it's just... not working.
Okay, alright, let's get into the fucking game.
Oh.
Stop.
I pressed B.
No, go back. Stop pressing A first. There. Player 2. You're player 2. Okay. Oh, here we go.
Okay, everyone.
I'm just gonna turn off,
was your day?
Great. The toaster broke and Rose refused to eat her vegetables.
What is happening?
The dentist.
Don't tell me you forgot about the dentist appointment.
No, I didn't forget. I thought you were taking...
There's no sound! Why is this keep happening to me?
I've got to work overtime.
You have to do that every week?
Oh, Cody, I'm not in the mood for this.
There's no fucking sound.
Both of us, okay?
Can you guys hear the game?
I'm not using her. I'm just stating fact. Why don't we just go ahead and tell her that we're divorcing?
Oh, just like that.
I fucking hate this.
Hey, this isn't it easy.
Oh.
Let's not tell her. Let's stay friends instead. Yes.
Okay.
Let's stay
Okay.
friends forever. I love you. Cody.
Okay, well,
There's no voice.
Too, mate.
Is it because you...
I didn't do anything! I need to restart the stream. I'm sorry. I'm gonna fucking Alt F4 out of this game. Hang on. Did you guys hear the voices? You hear everything? I don't know. I have no fucking clue what's going
Well, your
on with my
computer's
computer.
also, like, fucked up as well.
I did a test. Nothing's wrong with my computer.
I know, but there's nothing wrong with it, but there's definitely something wrong with it. Like, every time we do anything, it's just a huge issue.
How about... I love how our viewers go up as there's technical difficulties. For the love of God. I need to... Okay, let me disable that just in case that has something to do with it. Yes, my speakers are plugged in.
We just wanna play the game.
I can't believe you guys heard everything. We heard the music, but we didn't hear the audio at all.
Yeah.
And every time we go into the game, the like audio monitor, like the little equalizer thing that like goes back and forth that shows that you're talking or that there's sound, is paused, and the chat window in Streamlabs is paused, and all that's moving is the camera feed. So like we don't know if we're even live when we look over at it. And this happened like just as we got back. It wasn't happening before.
Yeah.
Let's look at sound, master, dialogue. Let's turn dialogue up. Turn music down 1. Stereo. Let's go medium dynamic range just
Just in
because
case.
X applies I'm applying settings. Okay. It did it again as soon as we start playing the game.
It's fine, we can just look over here.
Okay. I'll fix this next time, you guys. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Proceed.
Hey.
How was your
There's
day?
still no...
Great. The toaster broke and Rose refused to eat her vegetables.
How did it go at the dentist?
The dentist.
Okay. We
Don't
can't
tell me
do
you forgot
this.
about the dentist
Like, we
appointment.
can't. This is ridiculous. Like, we can't play the game like this.
No,
We
it was
don't hear
today.
the dialogue.
I'm working
Yeah, we
tomorrow.
can't hear anything.
It's
Just
Saturday.
very, very
I know,
low,
I've got to
like
work overtime.
the birds.
You have to do that every week?
Oh, Cody, I'm not in the mood for this discussion again.
Hey, Rose needs both of us, okay?
That's not fair. Using her.
I'm not using her.
Let me
I'm just stating
try-
fact. Why don't we just go ahead and tell her that we're divorcing?
Oh, just like that.
Yeah. May, this isn't any easier.
Let's
Yeah, and then the fucking music comes in.
The
and I
music's...
think-
We can hear the music and the background noise fine the entire time. Just open your own stream in another window. And have a delay of the sound to what's actually happening in the game. That'll be great. Hang on, let me just...
Quick! Run!
let me configure
5
the
seconds later.
speakers. Hang on 1 second. So, what do you guys want to talk about today? I think we'll just do a hangout stream and we'll figure out the fucking game another time. Because this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
What do you guys want to talk about?
Best return we could have asked for.
I'm changing the title.
Just the fucking worst of all time. The absolute worst.
What do you guys want to hear about?
Tell them about the salad.
I don't want to talk about... I feel so defeated after that. This has been happening in our recording since we got back. Like, sometimes...
Yeah, I feel really bad for, like, all the uncuts, because
they have to
like,
resync, like, 5 times an episode, because, like, we just don't... Like, we think that the recording just died, and we have to press pause.
even though it's still been like, every time there hasn't been a problem. It just, like, the screen that we're seeing is freezing, but you can't trust it, because, you know, the one time you say, oh, it's fine, it won't be fine, you know? What am I watching besides anime? I'm watching Grey's Anatomy right now.
She's watching Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah, I'd heard people, like, obviously it's a really popular show, but I'd never watched it. And then, I don't know, a little while before we left, I was like, I'm just gonna see, because I kind of got bored of Criminal Minds. I was rewatching that, and I got bored of it. And then I was watching, like, crummy Netflix stuff. And then I was watching Pretty Little Liars, which was just, like, a complete shit show. But it was really funny, and then in season 2 it was just so ridiculous that I couldn't stand it anymore. So I'm watching Grey's Anatomy, and it's way better than I thought it was gonna be. That show is One Piece level of long.
Yeah, we won't watch One Piece, but Lindsay will watch Grey's Anatomy in her own time.
And they're all, like, an hour long as
We
well.
won't watch One Piece for money, but she'll watch Grey's Anatomy for free. That's the kind of state that we're in.
I like it because it's just fun, and I can just relax and not care about it. Although I did get to the part where one of the characters was doing something so dumb, I literally screamed in horror while I was watching it because it was completely ridiculous. And Carson was there for it. It was dumb.
Guys, what Lindsay's sort of voyage into real life television has taught me is that anime really is better in every way, and that if you have a girlfriend, do everything you can to make them not watch that trash. Because even if you don't watch it, or unless you like it, watch it with them. But if you don't, your life is going to be hell, because every time you talk to them, they're going to be telling you about this show that you haven't watched and recapping it in excruciating detail with every character thread and relationship and all of the reasons why this is happening and everything like that, and all of the agonizing torture of all of these office and hospital romances. Just make sure that if you have any control or any influence at all about what they consume, that it's something that you enjoy as well. Because I gotta tell you guys, I don't know how much more of this I can take.
There's this one guy. I'm just gonna tell you, he works in the hospital and he's killed like 50 people at this point, and everyone's like, oh, it's fine, it's just Alex. And I'm like, dude, this guy is a fucking menace. He's the worst of all time. I hate him. Have to see The Office? Carson showed me a bit of The Office.
She doesn't like good shit.
It.
That's the problem. She doesn't have good taste. She can't watch The Office. She can't even watch The Office because she doesn't like it. She thinks that it's fucking boring. Of all things. Everything that is good, just Lindsay doesn't like it, just so you know. Naruto, she hates it. She can barely stand to watch it. She fakes her reactions every day.
100%. The Carson's mental state, yeah. Carson is wishing to stay in the water.
Oh my god. Is there any... do you want to spend any more time talking about fucking Grey's Anatomy?
You can talk about what you think of the accusations of the big-time Warzone streamers cheating.
Are you talking about Z-Laner? I genuinely don't think he's cheating. I just don't. I don't think he's cheating. If he was cheating, like, if any of those guys were cheating, like, it's like performance-enhancing drugs in the fucking UFC. They'd be at the top. Like, there's no way that they can get it past. Like, they have tens of thousands of people watching. It doesn't seem possible for me. I do think that pretty much all of them use the fucking NetDuma routers. I don't know how interesting this is to most of our anime audience. I do think of most of them use the VPN routers that, like, make it so that they're in fucking Nicaragua or somewhere in the world that, like, doesn't have its own servers, so then they get, like, placed in the lowest bracket of another country or something. I do think that most of them do that, but I don't necessarily consider that cheating in like, the strictest sense, because they're not augmenting their own skill. It's kind of shitty, and it's really backhanded, but it's not the same as, like, you know, their gun skill is still their own. Carson has swag, yet he looks goofy and lame at the same time. Story of my fucking life. Minus the swag part. That's the first time anyone's ever said I had swag.
When's the Warzone no-scope stream?
We can do that now. We can do that. We can play
I can't play Warzone.
She can't play Warzone. She can play Modern Warfare.
Yeah. I'm really good. I got 9 kills one time.
She hasn't played like a month.
I would still be good.
I can't take him serious. Oh, what up, Vic? Sorry, I didn't say hi to you. All the better, because I think people take me too seriously sometimes. So maybe I should just start wearing these shades all the time.
What else have we been doing? Just hanging out. Yeah, I've been watching Grey's Anatomy, which is fun. And we've been listening to the now that it's just a chatting stream, I can talk about the Del Toro Quest audiobooks that we're listening to. And they're really good. My entire life, my entire job is to watch things that Carson likes and is trying to get me to enjoy with him. And I do, but there's been very few things that I've been able to show to Carson that he also likes.
And why do you think that is, Lindsay?
I was just asking if
Why do you think we haven't seen a lot of the things that you like?
I was just asking.
What about you, chat? Can you take a guess as to why we haven't seen a lot of those things?
You don't need to be mean. I'm asking you, can you talk about your experience so far listening to the first 3.5 Del Toro audiobooks? And what do you think about it? That's my favorite series of all time, and I'm asking you to give a quick review on it. And don't act like you don't like it. You were up super late last night. I had already fallen asleep
we
hours
got to the
before.
Tournament arc, and I loved it.
And I love it, and I fell asleep, and he just kept listening, and then I woke up at like almost 3:30 in the morning, and he's still listening, and it just got past. And I was so upset, and he like wanted to keep listening.
Ebisu impression? Konohamaru! Konohamaru! Don't hang out with that rapscallion Naruto! Is that okay? I can't actually tell.
I think it was pretty decent.
Yeah, Del Toro is actually good. It's good, but it's so repetitive. It's like, the first half of every book so far has been dope as shit. The second half has been the exact same every time. They get captured, they get knocked unconscious and captured, carried in a cart somewhere. They are carried somewhere and then wake up somewhere.
That's
captured
never happened. They've never been knocked unconscious and carried in a cart.
I don't want to spoil Del Toro.
Other than literally one time.
Spoilers for the first 4 books of Del Toro. First book, the fucking screechy things knock them unconscious.
Okay, that's true.
They wake up in danger.
But that happened in the
second book. Wait, what happened in the second book?
It was a Lake of Tears.
Did they get knocked unconscious in the second book?
No, they almost did, but they escaped.
Okay, so we'll call that 1.5. Third book, they get knocked unconscious underground beneath the city of Norads, and then carried back to the shop, right? By enemies.
No, they weren't unconscious at all. They snuck into the carts and escaped on purpose.
We'll call that another half. Because they escaped, but they got carried away. No, they were unconscious. They were tied up.
They were not.
They were hiding in the cart, but they got taken away.
They did not get taken away.
We'll call that a half. We'll call that a half. Fourth book, the tournament arc book, which is my favorite one so far. Same shit. They get knocked unconscious and then carried away by enemies and then escape. It's
Yeah, you're spoiling it for Frank. You're ruining it.
I said spoilers. I fucking spoiler warned. You could have muted. I fully spoiler warned. I literally said I'm about to spoil it. Yeah, so all that to say is there's a very consistent thing to these books so far that is the exact same.
You've watched the Del Toro anime? I would say
The books are definitely better. Although I'm pretty sure the anime spoils you. If you're thinking about reading the books, do not watch the anime. The first episode spoils like the biggest reveal in the whole fucking thing. And I got spoiled because Lindsay showed me the anime. I don't blame her for that because she hadn't seen it.
Yeah.
But just a warning for you. It like spoils a
But if you've already seen the anime, then you know. And actually, if you've seen the anime, I don't think that it goes into the second and third series, which are really good. And the books get better and better.
We're talking about Del Toro Quest.
Yeah,
GIF
they're
hint.
really good. And just
It's
every
a book series.
every
Scholastic book series.
Every book to me gets better. And yeah, we're on the fourth one right now. And I'm just glad that Carson's liking it.
Why is Rockley have Shino's glasses? Yeah, I do recommend it as far as we are in. There's a lot to love about it. Whether you read it or listen to the audiobook has been really, really good.
The narrator for the audiobook, I'm just gonna say, I was worried because I've read the books literally probably 30 times. It's my favorite of all time. I just love reading them. And I was worried because especially when you read something so much, you have specific like ideas of like the vibe or the setting or what the characters might sound like or the attitudes or whatever. And so far, it's been pretty good. Really, it is fitting in line. The only thing, they have some weird rave music, especially in the second one.
I think in the second and third
for
book.
no reason. It's like,
They get really experimental. Like, and not Susumu Hirasawa from Berserk 1997 experimental. It's like
The
that,
first one, it
but
was
missing
good.
the entire tone of it. Like, at least in Berserk, it's like, it's weird and experimental, but it like hits the vibe. In this, it just forgets the vibe completely and does whatever it wants.
It's like a super intense...
Thank you, Ronald, for the pledge.
Thank you. It's like a super intense moment, and then it's like there's like the end of the chapter. It's like
Exactly like that.
Is it not a manga? I think they made a manga, but it wasn't. It's written.
Did they? I want to look this up. Del Toro manga.
Yeah,
oh
they did.
shit! They made a manga.
It really is like an anime. No, Wallrat, the game is not working, so we
Is
just
that
Yeah.
Jasmine?
Yeah. See, isn't that they like completely?
No, they didn't. She's got the gray like.
That's not gray. She's got like a pink dress and fucking.
It's gray.
Yeah, but then the pink and the weird like form.
They made her a fucking waifu. What do you expect? It looks pretty good. But yeah, definitely do the books first because if the anime spoiled it, the fucking manga probably did too.
Yeah. Yeah, but
it was an Australian scholastic light novel series, basically. Made by an old Australian lady. She wrote it for like ADHD frickin' 5-year-olds or like 10-year-olds who like kids. She wrote it specifically to be a series that is written for kids who don't like to read.
Yeah.
So,
in like the interview, it was a really interesting interview actually. She's like, I just saw like all these like young boys and they don't read and stuff, and I thought, I'm gonna get you.
Yeah.
It was whatever she said, and then she wrote this series, and I think it's really good, and I do think that it like some things are a little bit simple, but I think a lot of it does actually hold up, like even now, like you're enjoying it. It's similar to Naruto, how it's like Naruto is technically for kids. But some of the ideas and like concepts.
This is significantly. Well, actually, no, it's not. No, there's like a lot of creepy shit and like hardcore death. It doesn't the storyline is really simple, but like the things that happen in it are a lot more mature than you would think.
Yeah, that's what I like about it, because the story is and that's why I think it works for like all ages, because for kids the basic plot is very easy to follow. It's the basic premise is there is a belt. This is not spoilers, this is the premise of the thing. There is a belt, and it originally had all these gems in it, and it protected Del Toro, and now the gems need to be found and restored. And so it's very simple. It's these people on the quest to look for the belt of Del Toro, or to look for the gems to complete the belt of Del Toro. It's very basic, but a lot of the places and like the people that they encounter, I think, are where it gets interesting.
This must be the ring.
Yeah. Interesting. I never
There's a full-on... This is a teaser. I'm not going to spoil it, but there's like a full-on tournament arc in one of the books, and it's really fucking good.
Yeah, I don't know. I really like it, and I really would
Naruto manga
recommend
is
it.
more graphic than the anime. When they bust Orochimaru, is this... No, that's not a huge spoiler. In part 1, when in the flashback, when they bust Orochimaru in his like lab, the third Hokage walks in, and in the anime, it's just a bunch of like these cryo boxes. Like they look like coffins stacked up against the wall, but they're made of metal and they have a little window. They look more scientific than like to store dead bodies, but that is what they're for. But in the manga, it's like there's a guy open on the fucking operating table, and there's people hanging half from the ceiling, like just their torso, and there's like blood all over the walls and shit. It's crazy. They go deep. They go hard in the fucking manga compared to the anime. But yeah, all this to say, Del Toro is pretty fucking good. Definitely check it out.
Yeah,
it's really good.
Check it out.
If you want a different vibe, I feel like a lot of anime viewers, this is something that I want to talk about. A lot of anime viewers only know about fantasy, especially younger anime viewers. They only know about fantasy from a Japanese perspective, and Japanese fans, like at least in anime, a lot of times is like a sort of fetishization of European old school fantasy. So they like the like people who like anime and who make manga and light novels and shit. They're really inspired, and video games especially are inspired by like the old school European fantasy aesthetic. So they take that and then they turn it into like video game logic, and then that is used to influence like light novels and manga and shit. So then the logic of a lot of these like Japanese fantasies are based on like a weird like 3-step down the line interpretation of this thing that already exists. But a lot of people sort of get into fantasy in their own way, and especially a lot of anime fans, I think, never experienced like a true sort of I don't know, basic European fantasy without like all of the video game logic aspects of like, oh, poisons work in this way, and you know, buffs and debuffs, and that's interpreted in this way, and it works this way in the anime or in this story or whatever. So, you know, it's just this is a good place to start. It's very shonen-y, but the reason it was adapted into an anime was just because it was crazy popular, and it fit the kind of same story. But it's cool because it's not like from that same box, basically, that like a lot of
very
Japanese
similar,
fans.
which is why I think people would like it. And obviously it did get turned into a manga and an anime, and was incredibly I think it was most popular in Japan out of anywhere else.
Apparently it was. That's what the author said.
Yeah, and so I think the storyline's similar enough, but I think that there are a lot of differences. And like the things that are talked about are different things that have been focused on in the anime that I've seen, at least. Right. You know, like some of the smaller and like philosophical concepts that are...
How many people are watching the stream right now, by the way? On Streamlabs OBS, it says 77. It says 78, 75. Oh, we had like a crazy dip. Never mind. Oh. It was a glitch. Welcome, everyone. Hope you're enjoying the stream. I thought that we just got a crazy dip and we should stop doing what we're doing. Are y'all reading or listening to? We're listening to the audiobook, but Lindsay's read it like a million times.
I've read it a million times, but the audiobooks are genuinely good. The music sometimes a little bit throwing you off, but I would recommend the audiobooks, actually.
They're good. They're good.
I would really
Anyway, that's
recommend
enough on Del Toro. Witcher. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be playing The Witcher soon. I really want to finish Dark Souls, but I'm going actually on another trip to visit my friends because I was informed that they're all like getting together, so I'm gonna be flying out next week to my hometown, and then I'm gonna be driving to where they are. So that's gonna be a little while. The videos aren't gonna change.
Yeah,
it's gonna be the same. We already took our
out.
break as far as that's concerned, so don't worry. I'll just edit what I need.
We just won't be streaming next week.
We won't be streaming, yeah. So I'm not going to be doing Dark Souls next week, but I am going to do it soon. I want to finish it. It's been like literally nearly a year since I started Dark Souls. I want to finish that shit and get on with it already. And see ya, Amier, or Amier.
Last horror movie? I don't really watch horror movies.
Lindsay, can you please move your chair to the side for just a bit? Oh, so you can see all the books? You can't really see them that well. I think that's good. It can go back and pause. But yeah, so I want to finish Dark Souls soon, and then the next game I'm probably gonna play is The Witcher. I've wanted to play it for a long time, never got to. Keep saying I'm going to, and then never do. So, do I still play the piano? Not really. I tried playing the other day, and it wasn't very good.
What is Lindsay's favorite animes? And is Naruto on the list? I think Naruto would be on the list.
Of your favorites?
Yeah. I think, especially at this point, because it's just been, like, so long, I don't think that it would be my highest rated, but it is one that I, like, am sort of attached to, you know what I mean?
Right.
But, like, I wouldn't fucking rate it a 10 out of 10, because it's just not.
Mm-hmm.
But there are some parts of it that are so good, and, you know, that are just really...
What happened? It Takes Two? The sound wasn't working.
Apparently takes too long to fix the game. So, that'll be for another day.
Well, yeah, I'll try to fix that so we can play it on Saturday, but we won't be able to play any games until Saturday anyway, because it's like, my shit's destroyed. I'll probably just reinstall. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out off stream.
Top 5? My top 5 would be... Anohana's in... This maybe not particularly in order. Anohana. Promised Neverland Season 1. Kaguya Season 2. Charlotte. Definitely Charlotte.
Mm-hmm.
And... I'm trying to think. I feel like there's some that I always forget about. I don't know. Maybe Erased. Like, Erased is up there. I don't know if it's in the top 5. I really enjoyed it.
Full Metal Alchemist?
Oh yeah, Full Metal Alchemist.
Attack on Titan?
ReZero.
ReZero.
I've been getting really nostalgic for ReZero lately. JoJo Part 2. JoJo Part 2 is good.
You're gonna love Part 4. I can't wait for it. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
I'm so excited. I'm so glad as well. We kind of got over a rough part of Part 3.
It was a rough part of Part 3, but we were also, like...
I'm just saying, like, in general, it was a rough part.
It was a rough patch.
It was pretty bad, but...
Have you heard of Made in Abyss? Yes, we tried watching it and dropped it. We're not going to talk about that again. We've talked about that a lot. Lot of child fetishization, a little bit too much for my taste. Couldn't really look past it and enjoy the show, so we just decided to drop it and not upload the reactions, because we feel like it's not what people would like to see.
Yeah.
In regards to that show. So, did not upload it.
Anohana is great. It is great. Anohana is really good. Last movie we watched In the Heights last night. We went to see.
I'm letting them see the setup. They wanted to see the setup through the glasses.
Last night we went to see In the Heights, and it was good.
It was good.
It was pretty good. It was a lot of fun. I think I like they made some changes to some of the songs, and I don't think I liked it as much. as the like the Broadway cast recording, but I still really enjoyed it. Really beautiful, like nice colors and dances and choreography and stuff. It was really nice.
Yeah, it was good.
Oh, and we watched Togo recently.
We did watch fucking Togo.
If you guys haven't watched Togo, then watch Togo. I don't like it's so good. Have you guys heard about Togo? I didn't hear about it till the other day, but it's been out for like 2 years.
Togo's so good. Togo's about, if you guys have seen Balto, the Disney movie, it's about the dog that actually did what he did and saved all those children and that entire village from diphtheria, which was a crazy outbreak that happened in Alaska. And they went 160 or 260? I think it's 262 miles in the snow, in the storm, across a frozen bit of ocean. As it was cracking, it ended up being a relay, so they switched off dogs after all, because the only way, they couldn't fly through the storm, there was no other way, it was the 20s, there was no other way to get over these mountains except by dog sled, so they had to get the vaccine or the medication for it to save all these kids by fucking dog sled through the worst storm in a century or more, in the middle of Alaskan winter. So
it's so
guy
sad.
did it, and Balto got all the credit because he was the last one to get there. But
Balto's
he just
still a good boy.
He's good, but he went 30 miles, and everyone else went 30 miles. This team with Togo leading the way.
And he was so old. And
he was
like
12-year-old lead sled dog, led the way, for 200, I think 260. It might be 160.
I thought it might have been 160.
Anyway, it might be 160, but way longer than everyone else. And the movie is awesome. It has Willem Dafoe. It's on Disney Plus. Really fucking good action-packed movie.
It was really good. I wasn't expecting it to be that good, and it was so good. Name a show that both of you love equally. What do you think? Kaguya?
Yes.
We both really love
I think
that.
we both love that equally.
Angel Beats, maybe?
No, I think that... Well, yeah, probably. I thought yeah, maybe, probably. Oh, shit. Chance Lewis, thank you for the $2 pledge on Patreon.
Thank you. What else? ReZero.
Yeah. We both love it pretty equally, I'd say.
Oh yeah, I watched the Togo movie. Yeah, the animated movie is about Balto.
It was made with false information.
The Lighthouse? Yeah, we actually saw that in theaters, like, when it
Lizzie
came
didn't
out.
like it. I didn't like
thought
it
was
at first.
stupid.
I like it more in hindsight. I think it was a really well done movie, but I was also just super tired. I wasn't sleeping a lot during the time that I watched it. It was when I was going to film school. So I was like sleeping 5 hours a night max and like going nonstop all the time. And I was kind of in a weird spot.
ReZero has got to be our most controversial reactions, probably.
Definitely, I think.
I don't think any of our other reactions are that controversial. Other than, like, sometimes in Naruto.
Yeah, but that's just because, I guess for the same reasons that ReZero is controversial. We don't like some things and we're not afraid to say it. And people really don't like to
But there's
hear
so many in ReZero that's why... Have you seen Vinland Saga? Yes.
Yep, we finished it before the channel.
I'm excited for season 2 of Vinland Saga.
ReZero is the dark age of the channel. Yeah, looking back, literally, I think ReZero, like, caused a serious mental health spiral. Or at least was...
Not season 1, by the way.
No, season 2.
Season 1 of ReZero was, like, great for... During that time was really a great time in our channel. And I look back on it very fondly. But ReZero Season 2 is genuinely where it really started to go downhill for us.
Can I share something? This feels like a good time to share this. I didn't want to share it at the time because I didn't want to get sympathy for it. But during that time, so here to set up that period, when we were... Okay, so September, I was... Basically, since we started the channel, it kind of goes back to since we started the channel. If you look back at episode 3 of Kaguya-sama Season 2, We cried, I think, more than than the audience was expected to during that episode. This all ties in, I promise, to what I'm about to say. We cried during that episode, and it was the first time we cried on camera, and we cried more than I think the show was trying to make you cry, and it's because we were afraid during the pandemic that we were going to have to leave this place, and I was going to have to move back up north where I'm from. Lindsay was going to have to move back in with her family, and we spent the previous summer apart for the whole summer because I needed to work up north, Lindsay needed to work at her home, so we weren't able to be together for that time, and it was really stressful and kind of sad. It was good in some ways, and good in a lot of ways, actually, but it sucked being apart, and if it had been longer, we might have broken up, so we were really afraid to move out, and when they were leaving the student council room, it, like, really struck us as extremely relevant, so having to say goodbye and all that shit, so it was really sad for us. And, what the fuck am I saying?
I have no idea where you're going with this.
I was connecting that in a way.
ReZero.
This basically it meant a lot to us. The whole channel and everything. And being here and all that shit. And we really, after that, like, worked hard to, like, keep up with everything. And it was, like, a big part. It was, like, everything we did. We really cherished being able to stay here and being able to do YouTube and shit like that. And we were okay for the most part, we were okay working, like, pretty much all the time. For a while that wasn't true, but for the most part we were, like, we felt really blessed to be able to do this because it meant we get to stay here, we get to be with each other, we get to do this awesome thing. It was a really good time. Then, like, ReZero rolled around. Season 2, I mean. And, here's how it all connects. I forgot. I was gonna have to move back home, and I may not have been able to continue with film school because of the pandemic. And, I wasn't sure how that was gonna go. I was really afraid. And then, as we worked hard over the summer, the channel flourished to the point where we were like, maybe I don't need to go back to film school. Maybe I can just be a shitlord on the internet watching anime. And for around that time, like late September, October, we were watching ReZero, and I was, like, doing the first 2 weeks of my school because I re-enrolled in school. But it was online and it was shit, and I didn't know if I wanted to do it, and I was like, I had the decision. I had, like, 2 weeks to decide of whether I was staying in school or not. And it's a very expensive tuition. So that's another thing. It's like I could keep this $20,000 for film school and spend it on the channel and not go into more debt, or, you know, YouTube is going to fail and then I'm going to be, you know, like I kept on this loop of, like, should I stay or should I go? Should I stay or should I go? If I talked to somebody about it to try and, like, get my thoughts together, or, like, I made a decision, 5 minutes into the conversation, I would change my mind. It was super stressful, and we were reacting to ReZero Season 2 and not liking it. And partly it was because we were stressed outside of it. Partly it was just that the show wasn't as good, and it wasn't grabbing us anymore, and we didn't care. And we kept saying it, and then we kept getting more shit, and then we kept saying it, then we got even more shit, and it got to the point where it's like, okay, we'll give it a try, and then the mid-season finale happened, we're like, fuck it, we're gone. We're done with this. This is trash. We don't like this. We're not gonna like this. And then, around that time, it was actually when the night that we binged the Sasori versus Sakura and Lady Chio fight in Shippuden. I nearly had a heart attack from being overworked and stressed. And we had to go to the hospital in the middle of the night at like 4 a.m. We, like, finished watching, and I had taken my medicine. For those who don't know, I take Ritalin, and I was drinking energy drinks, so those contributed hugely. But this stress had been building for months, and we hadn't stopped, and there was all this shit with school, and then we were getting more and more hate, and Patreon was going down, and views were going down because it was later into the season, and our biggest show was giving us the most stress, and we were like, should we drop it? This is a lot of views. But every time we would watch it, every time we would sit down to watch it, it would just be like, we get to the end and we just don't care about this shit that's happening in the show. And we know that, like, maybe we probably missed some little detail. We probably aren't, like, as attached as we should be, as the show's expect. Like, all of this shit, it all rolls up into one, and then we have to put it out there because people are expecting it, and because we want to give it we want to watch it in good faith and give it the chance that the show deserves, because a lot of people like it, and we want to like it, but we just don't, and it just keeps going, and all this shit with school and everything, and then we're, like, catching up on Naruto episodes, because we're, like, it's, like, the 5th 2 a.m. night in a row, and or later, like I would routinely stay up to like 9 in the morning editing or like watching stuff and shit. And yeah, it was just bad. So then I nearly had a heart attack, and we had to go to the ER, and they said basically, this seems like a Patreon live stream. Well, whatever. Yeah, so I don't know why I decided to share that. It seems like a good time to share it because
it's far enough past.
It's far enough in the past, and I'm not doing it for sympathy. That's why I didn't say it, because I didn't want it to be like, you guys gave me a fucking heart, because, like, you know, it's on us to manage our stress. It is well known that this is a stressful job. A lot of people say, like, oh, you're just watching, you know, but being on social media and stuff like that, everyone kind of knows that there's a limit to the amount that people can take. I was not paying attention to, I was not taking care of myself. We were eating like shit. And we continued to for a while. But I feel like it's the right time to share that, because we're back. We're here to stay. We have a way better outlook on the way that the channel is going and the way that everything's going, and it doesn't feel like a chore to me right now. When we sit down to watch, I'm excited to again, and there's not so much pressure.
And that's one of the reasons why when we came back, we didn't just go back to the same shows. We watched Erased first, and we did that specifically because it's really easy to fall back into the same patterns.
By the way, sorry, I see you 100 Blades. That's a good reference. Thank you for that.
But it's really easy, especially when, like, you are in charge of yourself and you're working in your house, and it's so easy to slack off or just be lazy or get depressed or not be excited about what you're doing. Even though most people who, you know, watch YouTube videos are like, oh, YouTubers just fuck around and make money from watching TV or just doing nothing. But there is a lot of pressure, but a lot of it is just, like, in us. Like, there's a bit of pressure from people on YouTube, but there's so much more positive feedback and people who, like you guys, who are really here to support us. But it's just hard to keep that positive outlook and not start to look at it as a job. And then we come back, and I was worried, like, I was just wanted to try really hard to not just, oh, we're gonna watch Naruto again, and then fall into the same pattern of, oh, it's Naruto, so this is my attitude when I watch Naruto. I'm looking for some flaws, I'm gonna pick it apart, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. And then we just watched Erased, and it was, like, totally different, really broke it up. And then we watched some JoJo again, and I felt great about watching JoJo. And I haven't been enjoying...
Good reactions to JoJo.
I had not been enjoying JoJo for a while.
For, like, all of part 3?
For most of part 3, I haven't really been having that great of a time with JoJo. There's been some episodes that I liked, some episodes that I didn't like, but most of them were just kind of meh. But then I found myself actually wanting to watch it and having a good time with it. And it's just really nice to feel that. And then we watched Naruto, the Power Arc, and that as well. We're watching in sub, and I felt like I was finally in a good place to try sub, because I don't really like change very much. but since we're nice and relaxed and in a good mood, and it's the filler arc, so it wasn't. I just, it didn't feel like there's so many stakes of
Right.
like, I have to determine within one episode if I like sub or not, or else I'm gonna ruin this part of the series for myself.
And that kind of goes into what we want to do with the channel going forward, because there's a lot of basically every one of our streams before we had the break, especially the ones that I was doing alone, like whether I wanted to or not, they would always go into complaining about YouTube every time. And it wasn't like complaining, it was just all that was going on in my head was like the stress of it and everything. And like it got to the point where I was self-aware, and that was the point where we were like, okay, we really gotta, like, something has to give. And also Obama's Thick Weeb, welcome back, good to see you again, says lots of YouTubers also don't do their own editing. That's the next step. I actually emailed, I got a hold of an editor's email of just somebody, an editor of like a YouTuber, a larger YouTuber that I watch. And I kind of outlined the thing, and I just wanted to pick his brain of like, how much would someone like you charge for this position? 12 to 14 videos per week, anime reactions, pretty basic stuff, not crazy edits, but a large volume of videos. What would you charge for that? And he's like, based on my rate, probably like $5,000 a month. And I'm like, okay, maybe we're not there yet. And I'm sure there's cheaper editors. Maybe we're gonna keep our eye out.
We're gonna keep looking into it, but like, the biggest thing is the attitude, and just
the biggest thing is the attitude, because editing, although it's a hindrance to progressing our content, as far as doing what we're doing now, whether I can edit our videos or not is a question of outlook and attitude and lifestyle. So yeah, and by the way, like, that's about what we make in a month. Between, like, for both of us, for our life, we and especially now that we took the break, that's gone down significantly. We were growing, we've taken a significant step back. It was worth it because now the videos, I can already tell, I'm spending more time on the edits. The videos are going to start looking a lot better, hopefully, if I stick with this regimen. We're waking up better, we're eating a lot better. I'm not drinking soda anymore, I'm back to drinking water and actually want to. I'm drinking energy drinks on the, you know, I have an energy drink or two a day. It's not perfect, but it's definitely better than ordering food twice a day, every single day, spending literally like $200 a day on just our life. You know, so thank you guys for sticking with us. Thank you guys for all the love and all the support. And I don't know, like, I'm sure a lot of you guys saw the post that I made like a month ago when I was that was before we went camping, where we were on a break. We were slowing down production of videos and spending some time away and trying to spend less time at the computer. Yeah. You guys are crying? Oh, just happy you guys are happy and healthy? Oh, Fanner, you don't have to cry, man. It's all good. We're all good, man. Thanks for the love. Maybe an editor for half your shows. We'll keep you guys posted. Yeah, we do want to I definitely, like, if okay, here's how I think of it. If this is our thing, like, we've gotten pretty far at this point without making any serious investments. We've got a lot of equipment, we've got a computer, a new camera, some lights, a fucking shitty table that we had to DIY construct because it wasn't tall enough for what we needed. But like, we haven't had to make any serious investments as far as building it. We haven't paid for really very much. Like a lot of things, but not a lot of like big deal shit that will like advance us. And the editor is the first thing, and we're approaching the time where like if we're going to continue growing, if we want to get to the higher level, we're going to need to make a few investments like that, and that's going to be one of them. Oh, Mr. CBJ, welcome back.
But I just feel like now we're actually moving forward in a positive way, rather than before where we were just like putting out less and less and less, but it felt like so much.
That was a big thing too.
That's weird, because if you guys look back early in our channel, like around part 1 of ReZero, season 1
Yeah.
of ReZero, we were putting out like 2 videos every day, movie every week on Patreon.
Literally, we would watch a movie every week, 2 live streams.
Sometimes even 3 live streams, I
Sometimes
think.
3.
And 2 videos every day. We were fucking watching so many shows. 3 seasonals.
Seasonal shows at once.
And we were doing so much, but we were so like fresh to it and so excited about it that it didn't feel like
Invest
that
in
much.
Boldcast coin.
But then it got to the point where we were like, oh, we're only doing 5 Naruto and 2 JoJo, and it's like the fucking end of the world over here. We're like slogging through it.
Jom35
Thank you.
with the $20.57 donation. Glad you guys are okay. Love all your content so much. So much love for me. Keep being the best. Thank you so much for the donation, man. That means that really means a lot. FanRS, thank you thanks all you guys for the kind words. Thank you all you guys for, like, I don't know any other way to say it.
Yeah.
Like that if you look back on that post, that's the energy that I wanted to have coming back, and it really is like an outlook thing, big time. Did I interrupt you? Sorry. Were you saying something?
I don't remember. I was just saying that.
Also, Kazu.
Yeah.
Just thank God you guys were well. Take care and good luck. Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Ghost and the Lady. I haven't finished the first one yet, but I got both volumes. I'm going to be finishing that soon because that was great.
He's actually been reading it
That
and
really
liking
helped
it.
me on the break. I actually really enjoyed reading that on the break. It's really fucking good, actually. The art is awesome. Anyway, sorry, continue.
Yeah, I was just saying, it really started to feel like a job. And although it is technically our job, we don't want it to feel like a job. It doesn't have to feel like a job.
Because if it feels like a job for us to make it, it feels like a job for you to watch it. And like the community shouldn't be a job for the people who are supposed to be enjoying it. We're supposed to be like, the whole point of this is to have fun. I don't know how many times I can say it. And I don't know how much I want to keep going on this. But
like, I just wanted to say, I finally feel like I'm having fun again with the stuff that we're watching. And I'm really excited. And I hope that you guys enjoy the new stuff that we've recorded since it hasn't come out yet, but it will be coming out. And I just hope that you enjoy it.
Mm-hmm. And if you guys check out, or just wait till next week, but on Patreon, the Naruto, the last couple Naruto episodes and the erased episodes and the newest Clannad episode, I've been trying to just put that extra 10% effort in and not have it be just dragging it out of me. It really is like an outlook thing, because like before it was always I don't know, whenever we were like, okay, we have to record this today, we gotta record this today, this is the deadline we have to meet. And like when you sit down, you start recording, you can put enough effort in, it like takes more out of you to like it. You shouldn't have to put effort in to like something that you like. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't mean that we didn't like it when we were watching it. It just means it took more out of us to display that emotion to you. Like we were really feeling it, but we had to we had to actively put ourselves in the place where we could enjoy it and like really dig our heels in and fucking dig down and do it. And since we've been back, I just feel like so much lighter. I just feel better. I feel like it just feels... I just remember, whenever I have this thing where I'm like, okay, we gotta record this, I catch myself and I'm just like, I don't have to do anything. Why is that bad that we get to watch JoJo? Why is it bad that we get to watch Naruto? Is that bad?
Yeah.
Should I feel bad about that? No. Everyone who's here wants to see what Lindsay has to say about it, what I have to say about it. Even if a lot of shitheads in Naruto, I think people are warming up to me in Naruto as things have gone on. I've chilled out a lot. Mm-hmm. But, you know, what's it all for? What's it about? Yeah, like, it just remembering that, it's just like, when you take a step back, it's like, what the fuck is the point of, like, stressing about everything? There's no point. It doesn't do anything. If it helped us, if it actually made our content better, then the stress might be worth it. There's an exchange there to happen. But like, in what aspect of this does us freaking out about everything make anything better at all? Zero. Literally fucking zero. There's no strata of this entire enterprise that is affected positively by stress. 0. It's only good. Oh, thank you, Jesus Christ. Thank you for the bruh. But it's like, it's just about how you approach it. And, I don't know. I don't want to keep, it feels like I'm farming your sympathy at this point, and that's not what I'm trying to do.
I think we've said everything that we
So thank you guys.
Mm-hmm. And thank you guys for being patient with our break. We really
thank you guys for being patient.
Genuinely needed it.
I don't stress remembering the Boldcast schedule so that when the reactions are up on YouTube, I'd be happy. Jesus has come to your rescue. Thank you, Jesus. Hey, how are you guys doing? We're doing pretty good, man. We're doing really, really good. And thank all you guys for coming on. Is there anything else you guys want us to talk? Anything else? Any questions? Anything you guys want to hear? Take breaks? Yeah. It's here's another thing we could say in regards to that. Take breaks. Taking actual breaks is good.
Taking half-assed breaks is bad.
Taking half-assed breaks all the time and putting out less videos and doing less shit. That's, as we found out over the last, 6 months, that's not the answer. That's, the worst thing that we did was, oh, maybe if we just stop doing seasonals, or maybe if we just, relax on doing the movie every week. It's it went to movie every 2 weeks, and then we couldn't do that because we just didn't want to. And then we did it a month. And there's an important distinction, promising extra things that, aren't necessary and feeling the pressure to do that. Dan Simmons donating $3. Love you guys. This is not empathy money. Carson, I know you feel that way with donations. XD. Thank you. Thank you, Dan, and congratulations on your modship. If you're in the Patreon Discord, I can probably move you over pretty quickly. I think you are. But we'll get you in there as soon as possible. What the fuck was I saying? Do you remember what I was saying? Taking breaks, doing half-ass shit.
Half-ass breaks.
It's just doing less stuff didn't make it any easier for us. And this is this is us talking about YouTube still, but it's it also applies just to I'm sure you could take something from this. It's we just kept, and it was always under the auspice of, oh, we'll use that time more wisely. Instead of watching a movie a week or a month, we'll do more podcast videos. I'll do more video essays. I wanted to do that. That was one of my resolutions. I was I had 3 resolutions. I wanted to make more video essays. I wanted to see my nephew more, and I wanted to get more fit. I did 0 of those things, and it's just because it was all in my head. I couldn't take the time out to do it because I was half-assed. Just, oh, we'll do one less video of this, one less thing of that, and and just keep going at the same pace. Just slightly lighten the load, but it's not enough to actually lighten up the load. So it just made it worse. It made it worse because then not only is it only slightly, it's not even slightly less difficult. It's one less video. When I have to edit 12 videos and instead now I only have to do 11, it doesn't make it easier. It makes it less profitable for us for the same amount of effort, roughly speaking. So one less video is a long tail for us, is a long tail, much lower, because videos gather views a long time, over a long time, and even though those specific videos might only get $10 each if it's a smaller show, the views that they're gathering contribute to our channel's total views that it gets every day, and that contributes to the amount that YouTube pushes out our shit over time in terms of recommendations and homepage and stuff. So if we're putting out one less video just because we want to allocate our time more wisely, aka laze around and still be just as stressed out, we're shooting ourselves in the foot way more significantly. That effort is so important, and it's not actually saving us anything. So if you guys I guess the lesson is, if you need to take a break, actually take a break, and don't half-ass your job instead. Because that's when things get dumb.
Yeah.
When you're taking a break, take a break like HXH author Togashi. Well, I wouldn't go that far. He definitely, that's a good point, because he has serious health issues, and that's why he takes so many breaks.
Is there any new anime you've been hearing about that have caught your interest? I don't. Oh wait, I'll tell you guys my list.
Oh, Lindsay made a list.
And
A list of all the sluts I've missed.
don't I don't know. I probably still have more stuff that I haven't thought of yet. I'm just gonna read to you the list of anime that, because a lot of the stuff that we've watched is stuff that Carson has wanted to watch or Carson has seen already and wants to show me.
Right.
And that's just because you've seen a lot of popular stuff and really good stuff as well. But these are anime that I personally would be interested in even if there wasn't a channel.
Before you do that, I just want to call attention to John35 in the chat. I do art and I've been slacking and lacking motivation to draw more. It stresses me out knowing I'm not doing more, so this hits home right now. Best advice, hopefully you take something what we said. We've pretty much said everything. If you need a break, take a serious break. Take a serious step away from all that shit and don't even think about it for a while. And then just make sure what helped us is setting a deadline of like when we're coming back to it, because we had to, this necessity of what we do. But like that because we could feel when we came back I'm sorry, just one thing. I could feel when we came back we were starting to backslide. I'm literally about to finish.
I know,
I can get you more
really
water.
thirsty.
Okay, never mind. Sorry. I could feel when we got back that like the thing was there of like if we don't say like, okay, this day we're back, then I could just keep chilling for the next week and then that'll turn into 2 weeks and then we're just right back to where we are. So that's the best thing you could do. Take an actual serious break where you completely disconnect from it and make sure you know at the end of like when you're coming back, so that way you don't get stressed out about, oh, is this going to be forever? Am I ever going to come back to it? If you know when you're coming back to it and you have the discipline to stick to that, then you can actually like recharge yourself artistically. Not that this is an art form. This is reactions.
I'll just look at this.
Anyway.
Can you do shows like Dark, Stranger Things, 13 Reasons Why, and Vampire Diaries? We've actually seen Dark season 1, and then the fact that it had a season 2 made me not want to continue it. Stranger Things.
Season 3, right?
I don't know. Yeah, Carson's seen all of Stranger Things.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of Stranger Things.
And I watched the first 2 seasons?
You dropped season 3.
Yeah, I didn't really like season 3. So, I don't know. So my shows that are on my list, and do not spoil any of these shows.
Careful about looking at the chat.
But you can say whether or not you think that they might be good for reactions. On this list, there is Fruits Basket, Assassination Classroom, Dr. Stone, like Railgun, Magical Index, any of that, Death Parade, Wonder Egg Priority, Durara, and Eureka 7 are my shows. Assassination Classroom, and Fruits Basket are my top ones that I want to watch. Fruits Basket would be great for reactions. There can be so many discussions. We've already seen Death Note.
Yes.
And Gintama, we're not sure on that one. Fruits Basket. Yeah. I think you'll really like Assassination Classroom. Yeah. So it seems like I have a pretty good list.
Is that a good list?
Do you guys think that's a good list?
Bring out my list?
A lot of the shows that, like, Carson wants us to watch are things that he's already seen.
And stuff that isn't good for reactions.
Yeah. So, but I thought I made a pretty good list of. I think that there's stuff that I want to watch, and it seems like you guys would be interested as well.
Stay safe, Zebga.
How about One Piece? This is not a list of we're only gonna watch these shows. These are just like my personal top choices.
Right.
It's
not a promise ring list.
Yeah.
hear it anyway. No, my list. I don't even. Is my phone charged? Is the iPhone charged?
Yeah.
Let me see if the list is still there. Hang on. I don't know how much of I'll read because it's like long as shit. It's like years old. It's like 7 years old. X-Arm? Hell no. Hang on.
Dr. Stone and Fruits Basket is quite good for discussions. I thought I really sort of had a love-hate with, what's it called? Seven Seeds. And Dr. Stone seems like it might be slightly similar, but actually good.
Mm-hmm.
And Fruits Basket has been getting my attention. Yeah, Fruits Basket is one that I've actually wanted to watch for a while. I feel like I've always heard about it and heard that it's really good. And Assassination Classroom as well. Especially the OPs really... I'd heard about it before, and the OPs really made me want to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna read your list.
I guess I will. It's really long, and I don't know how much...
You can just read some that you still are interested in.
I don't know how many of these I actually am interested in anymore. Serial Experiments Lane. Tatami Galaxy... Maybe Darker Than Black, Spice and Wolf, Boogie Pop Phantom, Technolize, Paranoia Agent, Girlish Number, and there's other ones that aren't there. It's not as long of a list as I thought, but there's a lot more that there. Carson's got the snobby list. It's just because I've seen all the non-snobby shit.
Spice and Wolf's a classic, but I don't feel like it holds up. So what you're saying is my list is better.
Your list is a fucking noob list.
I haven't seen a lot of stuff. I haven't been actually able to choose most of the shows that I've watched. I've liked a lot of them, but I haven't I haven't chosen them out of just what I feel like watching at the moment, you know what I mean?
Because of Satoshi Kon will get a lot of views. I don't think Paranoia Agent would get a lot of reaction views. Hashtag let Lindsay choose. You guys say that, but like nobody's gonna actually watch the shit if it's the wrong show.
I think people would watch. I've looked up reactions.
I'm not saying those ones.
For the two that I most want to watch are Fruits Basket and Assassination Classroom, and as far as I'm aware, I think both of those would do quite well, and other people who've done them have gotten a lot of good views from them. Like, they're popular shows. And Dr. Stone is popular as well.
Dr. Stone is great for reactions. Actually, I haven't seen it, you know.
Fruits Basket would do well.
An abridged series?
And
Probably
Assassination
not.
Classroom is, like, super well-loved and is very popular.
John35 with another $3.43. Thanks for the advice. Sometimes a little advice is all you need. Can't stick around, getting late here in the UK. Have a good stream.
Thank you.
Have a good night, man. Good luck. See you next time.
Yeah, see, I knew...
Yeah, I'm not saying those ones don't do well, but you have a lot of things that are like... I mean, what, like... First of all, it's a lot of shit that I don't want to watch, so then it's, like, one-sided. And the other side of it is, they're just, like, not, you know... I don't know. Not those ones, I'm saying. No, like, a lot of the ones that you put forward, not that list, but...
I'm saying this is, right now, this is my list of things that I want to watch.
God, my hair keeps getting my fucking eye with these glasses. What up, AJ? We're doing pretty good, man. How about you? The problem with Odd Taxis, I'm not sure if it's doing well since it wasn't one of the popular shows yet. Yeah, I don't know, that's a big problem with seasonal stuff as well, because, like, with seasonals, there's only, like, 2 shows every season that actually get good, like there's a lot of people watch a bunch of different shows. There's like usually 2 or 3 that are popular, and then the rest are like probably good, maybe not. But that, and maybe good, maybe not also applies to the popular ones. But then it's like if you're doing reactions, the popular ones don't act like the first of all, it's a niche group of people who keep up with like seasonal anime, and then a good amount of them watch reactions, but not all of them. So then if a show starts to dip in popularity after like the 3rd episode, it seems like, you know, it's less and less people watch the reactions, and then it's diminishing returns. The thing is, I'm also down to watch shit that I've already seen, but I don't want it to be all that. I don't want it to be all shit that I've seen. I had this problem before where it's like...
What I really want is... Erased, you had already seen...
Right.
As well. But I really enjoyed that still. But and for me, Erased, I wasn't so into, like... figuring out exactly what's happening and making all these crazy predictions. I was just enjoying the show as it sort of came at me. But I do really like watching shows that are fresh to both of us, and then we can both theorize and have discussions where neither of us, it's not just me saying what I think and then you sharing your reflective opinion on it. Is what and that's what I also miss about seasonals, is that it was so unknown.
Soyo's reaction to Erase looks really good. Yeah, we had a good reaction to it. Even I did, because I haven't seen it since it aired, which was like 2016, I think. Everyone's talking about Odd Taxi. It's like a comedy style. Let's look it up. It looks like a cuter show. It looks like in the vein of like a Gretzko or something. Odd. Looks kind of like Beastars meets a Gretzko. Just watch Giga's Odd Taxi vid. I don't want to. I want to stay away from copyrighted shit as much as possible in this stream, because we've been getting cracked down a lot on copyright claims in live streams, like old live streams. They just keep coming back, and we have to mute it, and then like mute whatever copyright thing is there because it gets blocked in everywhere but Japan or something, and then fucking the chat disappears and you guys can't read the chat, and people who go back and watch the old streams can't read the chat. So. Thank you for answering that, 100 Blades. Yes, I have seen DBZA. Mm-hmm. Do not watch Giga's video. It's kind of spoilery. That's what... Can I say something? I love Super Eye Patch Wolf. This is a different YouTuber completely. But I love Super Eye Patch Wolf. I love his videos. I haven't watched his new one that he just posted. But, like, he makes 20-minute videos of, like, why you should watch part 1 of JoJo. Why you should watch part 4 of JoJo. Every part of JoJo, Hunter x Hunter... every show he does, and then he just spoils the shit out of it. And it's like you're trying to convince me to get into it, and you're just giving away what happens in the fucking thing. It's like, the videos are so good, but like, it's, why call it that? Like, when it's just for people who've already seen it. It's you describing what's good about it, having already seen it, and you're just spoiling it. So somebody goes along, watches it, and then it's just like, yeah, I love it. Even when this character, up until their death, they were like, and it's like, whoa! It's like, Castro wants attention. Tokyo Revengers. Relax, Castro. You sound like our comment section. You're a mod. You're better than this. Does the title say spoiler warning? No! He says why you should watch / read Berserk, and then he talks about some real shit that goes down in Berserk. Or whatever. Real endgame, like, 100+ episode shit that happens in Hunter x Hunter. And it's like, why are you doing this? Yeah. Fully recommend Steins Gate if you haven't already. I've seen it already. I have, we really need to link our Mal accounts to the fucking thing.
Yeah, maybe I'll do that later.
So that people can see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Gintama wants attention. Go look at the top-rated animes. We know Gintama is popular. I don't think it's popular for reactions, and also it's really bad for copyright. It's like one of those shows that's, even though it's super long running and has so many episodes, it's for some reason really weirdly bad with copyright where people get struck down for it.
Yeah.
So probably, as much as I really fucking want to watch Gintama, maybe we'll do it as like a Patreon exclusive eventually, or maybe I'll just watch it on my own and just do uncuts of like a stream of me watching it or something, or both of us.
Yeah, I want to watch it too.
I don't know.
But yeah, it seems like that one might be a little bit too much trouble than it's worth. And then also people say that a lot of Gintama, like a lot of the episodes wouldn't be a good for reaction.
Because a lot of them are just like fillers.
Good.
Like fillers,
So...
it's like a comedy. So it's more like just insane comedy and like ridiculousness and not like tight reactable shit like with fights or with big emotional outbursts. Like I'm sure they're there, but like a lot of the charm, it's like Gintama has that One Piece effect, but it's not in the same way. Like One Piece is way more shonen from what this is my understanding from the outside looking in on both sides. It's like they share a similar thing. There's like a Venn diagram where they're both about like the zaniness and weirdness and the big cast of characters and the sort of adventure of it and like experiencing this diverse world. But Gintama's way more off the wall, and One Piece has big arcs that are like focused on a specific thing. And that's kind of what One Piece's strategy is. They share that similarity, but they handle it in different ways. Yeah. Yeah, we heard about the Konosuba thing. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Watch the Fate series. I've seen Fate Zero, which I love, and I want Lindsay to watch it at some point. It's really fucking good. The dub is incredible. It's a 10 out of 10 English dub. And I started watching Unlimited Blade Works, and I didn't like it because it was the animation. It looked like Fate Zero, but the story was not as good at all. It lacked everything that I liked about Fate Zero, and just kept the like basic thing of the death battle, like everyone fighting and summoning these people, and there's cool fights and self-insert anime boy, cute anime waifu, and a bunch of other fucking characters that are in some ways cool, mostly just there to duke it out and be this template of a character doing this thing. That's what Unlimited Blade Works seemed to me. In Fate Zero, the characters seemed way more like fleshed out and real. I think because, was it Gen Urobuchi who did Fate Zero? I think it was. I might be wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. But in Fate Zero, because it's a prequel to the actual story, the characters could be like what they were. It felt like. Whereas in Fate Stay Night, because it's a visual novel thing, characters fucking go in a million different directions at any given time.
To Your Eternity? Is that coming out right now, or what's...
I've heard a lot about
that. What's up with that? Clannad After Story will be coming... It'll be starting on Patreon next week, and then YouTube the week after. Oh yeah, didn't this come out last season? Or is it...
I think it's... Is it
or is
still
it right
airing?
now?
Currently airing. 20 episodes, 2 core seasons. So
yeah,
it was coming out last season.
Yeah.
It looks cool. Is that like Native American, like... indigenous shit going on, the art style? Or Inuit, maybe? I don't want to look up too much shit because we're gonna get spoilers here. That looks cool.
Vinland Saga is really good. We've already seen Vinland Saga, but we will probably react to season 2 when it comes out. I don't see why we wouldn't.
Oh, Shiro says I'm correct about Gen Urobuchi. Haha.
It's by Silent Voice Creator.
Ooh.
Yeah, I feel like last season had some better stuff. Like, we looked at this season for seasonals, but I think we want to do Beastars Season 2 which obviously came out. So I think we're going to do that and then see what's coming out next. Carson's seen Avatar, but I think we're going to watch it.
That's one we're definitely going to do at some point.
Potentially after Naruto.
I have not seen Madoka Magica. I want to watch it, but I'm pretty sure I've been spoiled on it. So we'll see.
The season has a lot of isekai. Yeah, we looked at the season and nothing really grabbed us, so we...
Can I just say, fuck isekai real quick? Can I just say isekai can fuck right off? It's just the most low-level fucking fantasy. It's the lowest level brand of fantasy that I can imagine. It's like fucking this, it's like limp dick fantasy. It's like they can't commit to what they're trying to do. They need to have the guy from another world come in so that because they feel like they need the audience to be able to project themselves onto the character, and without realizing that you can do that without the guy coming from modern time and making a bunch of fucking hentai jokes or something. Like, it's just
the guy can just
so
it can
annoying.
Just be
it can be like a fantasy guy and I can connect with that guy. Let's just make a real fantasy. Can we just fucking stop with this half-hearted dog shit? Like, it's so annoying at this point. It's like, yeah, of course they're good isekai. I like Konosuba. There's a bunch you could name that are good. I love Harry Potter. Harry Potter's basically an isekai.
Narnia's
he doesn't go
isekai.
to... Yeah, Narnia's a literal isekai. And by the way, the audiobooks of that are really good. We were talking about Del Toro earlier. Literally, there are full audio plays of Narnia. Mm-hmm. If you like isekai, then definitely check out Narnia. That's the best isekai I've ever fucking heard of. And it has like a bunch of different, full cast of actors, original soundtrack, narrator, so good, really well acted actually. And they did all the books. You should start from Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe.
Just look it up.
You should start with Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe and go in release order. That's the best way to listen to them. I highly recommend that. If you like isekai, you'll love it. And if you want a taste of like British fantasy, and not like a British isekai. It's kind of cool if you think of it that way. But yeah, isekai in general, it's the laziest way to create a fantasy story. It's like if you make it if you make your fantasy operate on video game logic or like a guy trapped in a game, then then people forgive the author for not creating an original fantasy world. They forgive it for being derivative and dog shit and just copying whatever else is the norm in these fantasy worlds. They don't actually have to be creative when they're designing the landscape or creating a political system or any kind of structure or antagonist. It's always the same thing. Big kingdom, there's no monarch there, or like the monarch's dying or just recently died and there's a princess or like it's always the same things, and there's demi-humans and there's a class system where you get sorted into classes basically,
for no
and everyone
fucking reason.
The guy has a secret power. Like it's the same thing every time. And you can say that about a lot of different things. You can say that about normal fantasy, but at least it's committing to it and not half-heartedly putting a modern guy into this world that's not even fully formed.
Okay, here's the thing that I think of it is then it also can just create a weak main character because their entire personality is the fact that they're just a normal dude in this crazy fantasy world, and it's not just a character from that world who has real stakes and real...
Because then they have to actually be creative and design the world
exactly
themselves.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying I think it can be done well, but I think it's
Log Horizon's
become
a really
just
good
a lazy thing. And
Log Horizon, here's why Log Horizon's a good isekai. I won't spoil it. Log Horizon is a good isekai because it's not trying to be guy is trapped in a video game fantasy world. It is all of these people are trapped in this video game. They're all gamers trapped in a video game, and they have to learn how to live in it. And there's no escape, basically. That's why it's cool, because it's not about how cool at times there's fights and shit, and it's a good excuse to have fights, but they're trapped in this fantasy world, And it's not about how cool the fantasy world is, or trying to get out of the fantasy world. Like, you die in the game, you die in real life. You don't die in the game. No spoilers about what happens in fucking Log Horizon, please and thank you, because we may watch it at some point. I don't want Lindsay to get spoiled, and I don't want any of you to get spoiled on it. But you don't die in the game, and it's about learning to live in the game and learning to live with each other in the game. It's not about this bullshit. And I hate isekai so much at this point. It's fucking so dumb to me. I can't take it. It's bad.
I have seen people talking about Devil as a part-timer. I agree, it's great.
Carson and Lindsay hearing to rant about isekai, I recommend Mushoku Tensei. Isn't that an isekai? We've seen Devil's a Part-Timer.
Yeah, Devil's a Part-Timer is
we
really
loved
good.
it. I rated it really high. I think I might have given it a 10 out of 10.
It's
a
really good.
A really
It's
dope
really
comedy.
good.
It's hilarious.
I really hope that season 2...
And it has a really good dub.
Yeah, I hope season 2 is going to be good as well.
Alright, see you later, Wrath. Or Wrath. Excuse me. Yeah, I haven't seen the latest season of Log Horizon either, and I'm really upset that they don't have database as the OP. I'm not gonna lie, that's partially the reason why I haven't checked it out, because I'm afraid that the rest of the show is going to reflect that change. Castlevania is a must-watch if you haven't. I watched maybe the first 3 or 4 episodes and wasn't super grabbed by X-Arm. Isn't that, like, really bad CG? Hack Sign, I haven't seen that. That was on one of my older, like, to-watch lists. Bandmaid? Did you guys watch Kids on the Slope? Wait, what did Dan say? Did you guys watch Kids on the Slope? Is from Cowboy Bebop director? No, have not seen that one. A good isekai is Mushoku Tensei, but the only problem is that the MC is a perv in a bad way. But other than that, it's actually good. By the way, I got here. Nice seeing you guys again on the stream. Welcome, Wet Bread. See, okay. I didn't see the show. But the fact that you have to qualify the show with the guy is a perv and it's an isekai makes me think that it's not actually that good and it's just another isekai, but it's just a new one so people like it because it has newer animation. That's what it makes me think. Like, what is so good about it if it's just another isekai?
I guess the thing is that...
I don't know. I haven't seen the show. That's probably part of why I don't
There's
know.
so many things, and I've seen so few things, that if someone's like, oh, watch this, there's this kind of bad thing that is prevalent throughout the entire show, and it's the main character has this problem that is kind of ruins the show a little bit, but it's a good show. I'm like, there's a million shows that don't have that problem. So maybe I'll just do that first.
Yeah. Are we recommending anime? I guess so. We're just kind of talking about it. Like, I don't know, man. But the MC in Jobless Reincarnation is a perv, but he has a good reason, trust me. And throughout the show he tries to better himself. Please don't let that turn you off. Bro, like, you don't know what you're saying if you think that that's going to convince me to watch it. Like, you're just saying it's the same thing. Like, it sounds like it's just the same thing. Of course, Subaru tries to get better. Everyone tries to get better. Everyone has an arc. That doesn't excuse the fact that it's the same thing. That's my problem with it. Of course, every character has an arc. Every character has an arc. All of these MCs have problems.
I'm pretty sure all of these isekai protagonists are guys who are fucking losers.
Otakus.
And then they try to better themselves and respect women in the end. But I guess I just don't at first I was thinking maybe maybe I should try more isekai, and then the more I think about it, the more I'm like, what?
I think
why?
Because I think you like isekai.
I think I maybe would, but at the same time, I think if they're all gonna be the same shit, I genuinely think season 1 of ReZero, and if ReZero had continued along that path, I genuinely think it could have been one of my favorites.
I think you're in a weird spot because you're a woman, and that makes it really difficult to enjoy the genre of isekai. generally speaking, not to go all fucking blue pill on you, but genuinely, I think that it's not made for you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it's
like
a
the story
self-insert guy who lives in his mom's basement.
Who can openly be a pervert, and nobody will charge him with sexual harassment. That's the out. It's like he can be a pervert in this world because there's a justification for it. He normally is shunned for his male urges, but he can openly and creepily say them to women on the street, and he might get slapped, but that's it. But he can still go out and have the confidence because it's a new start. It's a new world. It gets really tiring, and if that component weren't there, the genre would be a lot better for it. And I think then you'd be able to like it, because all the things about isekai, I think, kind of are in the line of the thing that you would kind of like, but it seems to just ruin it for you completely.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like there are many wholesome isekai, but I don't know about that. So I don't know about that.
You might be right.
I guess.
You might be right. I don't claim to know everything, but it seems like there are these that's like a basic convention.
Huge part of it, I guess.
I don't mean to be misogynist.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot.
Need you guys on slime? That's just isn't it the same kind of thing? It's just an isekai. It's an isekai. I don't think isekai's for me, genuinely. Like it takes a special thing to be like. I like Log Horizon. I love Log Horizon.
For me, if I was going to watch more isekai, it probably wouldn't be something to react to because Carson doesn't like it, and it would be more of like I'm just gonna watch this show that is on the side. You know what I mean?
So Shadow M says, "What's the difference with shonen main characters being the exact same for the most part?" That depends on what you mean. Shonen characters often are pervy for the memes. Very, like, if you take Naruto, for example, there are times where, like, they're in the hot springs and he wants to peep on, like, Sakura or whatever, but he's punished for it significantly or, like, scared out of it. And it's so far between. And Jiraiya is the same way, for example, but he's not the main character. That's a big part of it. A lot of times in isekais, the perv is the main character because it's part of this, like, fantasy that they're trying to let the audience live out through the main character. But I don't watch shows. I don't like main characters when they're like that. That's why they generally don't, in classical shonen, make the main characters a perv. Goku's not a fucking perv. He doesn't know what sex is. He checked to see if Bulma had balls when he first met her because he was 10 and had never seen a girl before and thought everyone had balls. But that was a joke. That was a joke to like as an excuse to show a naked 16-year-old on camera. But like, if you take Naruto, Goku, Naruto does pervy stuff, but it's not his personality. That's a big part of it too. Deku's not a fucking perv at all. He's not like that at all. Fucking Eren, he's not like that at all. Although whether Attack on Titan is still a shonen is up for debate. Like I don't think that like if you're asking, so it's okay if shonen protagonists do that, but not isekai protagonists.
I don't.
But it's not the same. That's why they're different genres. It's like the shonen protagonist generally starts out as relatable and then becomes someone aspirational. So that's what's happening where we are in Naruto Shippuden right now. He's not the fucking loser he was at the beginning, stealing porn with Konohamaru from the corner store. He's this guy who wants to take all the hate of the world and put it on himself. And he's an aspirational figure. He's not just the relatable guy anymore. So that's because that's what the story's supposed to do in a shonen. You start out, you really identify with the guy, you identify with his problems, and then as he solves them, you get inspired, and then he grows to a point where he's on such a level that like you don't really relate to him anymore. A lot of people, I saw this conversation happening in the comments of a Naruto video, I think today, and I was thinking about it. That's kind of the point of a shonen protagonist, and the point of an isekai protagonist is to relate to them. It's not, they don't have that same arc, generally speaking. It's always a power fantasy. They start out overpowered and they get more overpowered, or They start out underpowered and you relate to them, and they kind of are just jokey, and then they have bursts of like explosive inspiration. Is Luffy a perv?
I meant how all the shonen main characters tend to eat a lot, about family.
All about family? Yeah, no, my problem isn't the convention of it. My problem is the brand of it. The pervy factor in itself is annoying as shit. Or it can get annoying as shit. And the fact that it's so prevalent and basically the exact same thing, I don't like that convention. Conventions themselves aren't bad necessarily.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess, to me, I know I haven't seen that many things, but to me there is, like, a big difference between a shonen and an isekai in terms of, like, the cast of characters, the world, the messages that they're trying to say, and the, you know, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't find them to be
Shonen
much of
characters?
the same.
We haven't seen a lot of shonens. That's true. Goku wears orange, Naruto wears orange. They're both dumb. They both eat a lot. They both train a lot. They want to be the strongest. I don't know. Yeah, there's a lot of overlap, but that I agree that sticking with that too much is bad. I've never forgiven Naruto for like all that little shit. People have hated on me for not defending Naruto to the end and criticizing it at all, because I criticize it, I think, more than pretty much any reactor does. I would imagine I probably criticize Naruto more than any reactor, and shonen in general more than any reactor. I'm not a big shonen guy. I kind of am, but it's like I'm way more critical of it than I think a lot of people. Like, I don't forgive Naruto for its shortcomings like that. If it is basically carbon copying Dragon Ball Z at times, I call it out. If it's basically carbon copying Hunter x Hunter, which it does a lot, I call that out as well. All of this shit. It's like a lot of times they just adhere to the convention and don't say anything about it. That's why Hunter x Hunter is really good, is because it adheres to the convention, but then it turns it on its head, or it says it does something. It doesn't even turn it on its head. It like walks away from the convention. It like starts it, and then it just turns right and fucking goes in another direction. And you don't even, and you just are left like, so we're not doing that anymore. That Hunter x Hunter does that a lot, and that's why Hunter x Hunter is good, because it does something differently than you wouldn't expect, really. So yeah. You definitely never forgave Dragon Ball Super, Lamau. Exactly. I never forgave Dragon Ball Super. Dragon Ball Super is the worst fucking offender of that.
Really bold of you to say you don't dig shonen.
I do dig shonen. I just don't stan shonen. I've seen Log Horizon. The normies said it, got backlash, and stopped saying it. Nahid is out of the normies, by the way. Yeah, that sucks. That really sucks. I stopped watching it because it just was kind of sad what he was going through, and it sucks. I could really identify with that, what he was saying. Nahid basically left the normies because of the backlash I think that he got for Naruto, or that like the normies were all the hate they were getting for like anime and shit. Mostly, I think with what I could gather, it was mostly Naruto. Their fucking Naruto community is trash. It's way too bloated, and yeah. So he got a lot of hate, and he was just like, fuck this, man. I can't take it anymore. I'm out. And he had previously taken a sabbatical. He previously took like a month off. And it sucks because he was the best part of those reactions to me. He was the one who actually cared about Naruto. I mean, all of them do to some degree. He and Rana, specifically though, clearly were like attached to Naruto in a way that the rest of the cast wasn't. They all like it just fine, but they aren't as into it as clearly as much as Nahid was. Nahid is, you know, he's fully a fucking DBZ stan. He's fully a shonen stan. Yeah, he's the hype shonen guy. He's the one who was actually in love with Naruto, and it fucking sucks that he's gonna be gone for the rest of Shippuden. It's like he's there. We passed them relative, like in the pain arc. So for him to now be gone, like it's just like with me knowing what's in store, is like, dude, that sucks that he's not gonna be there. Anyway. Why would Nahid get hate? Because fucking people just... Naruto fans suck, dude. That's why. Yeah, I have seen Black Lagoon. I really like Black Lagoon. I really liked the Roberta OVAs of Black Lagoon.
I think most of their hate was that they talk too much throughout the reactions. Well, there's like so many of them.
Yeah,
Someone's
it's a
gonna
group
be talking,
reaction. I don't know
like,
what you
just
expect.
me and Carson, there's many times where one of us is not saying something, but when you have like a room full of people, someone's gonna have something to say about most things that happen. Like every couple minutes, one of the fucking 10 people in the room are gonna have something to say. That's a bit silly.
And here's the problem I have with that. Because, okay, why are they complaining? Why is that so bad that they're talking? It's not bad that they're talking.
It's a reaction.
It's not, here's, from their perspective, from the audience's perspective. The people who say that, I don't think that they care that they're talking. That's the problem. Is they aren't there to watch the reaction. They're there to watch the show. So they don't give a fuck if you're talking, as long as you can hear the show and you understand what's going on. If the show is louder than their voice, those people have nothing to say. You won't see them in the comment section. So, you know, it's fully, you don't care about the reaction. So fuck off. Go watch the show. Like, if all they want is to hear the show more than you, because they only care about the show. They just want to see your hyped face whenever fucking Naruto goes Super Saiyan. That's it. Like, that's all they care about. So, fuck them. Fuck them. They don't care about the community that the normies have, about the community we have, or any other reactors. They care about Naruto, and that is it. We and other reactors are just a face that gives expressions over a show that they want to see as clear as possible and as large a window as possible with the clearest sound possible. That's the problem with with reaction viewers in general, but specifically with shonen reaction viewers, because they don't actually care about the reaction. They don't care about contributing to a conversation, about hearing other opinions, about having a discussion, about like exploring what makes it good, about what is cool about it. They just know it's cool. They don't give a fuck why they think it's cool. They just want to see other people have the same reaction that they did so that they can live through it vicariously. That's literally all they care about. Mm-hmm. And it gets really fucking annoying. But Carson, they talked over my favorite part. I have a right to be mad. Yeah, exactly.
A face they want the same reaction they had. Yeah. And if you're not making the exact right angle of your then it's how dare you ruin my enjoyment.
You feel that way about AOT as well? To an extent, yeah. Especially with season 4 as we were reacting to it. It's like, it was reacting to, I'll try not to get into spoilers as much as possible for Attack on Titan season 4. We don't know the manga, we don't know anything happens past season 4, so no spoilers please. And I won't go that deep into it. But if you haven't seen it, just quickly, no spoilers, there's a lot of morally gray shit in season 4. In seasons 1 to 3, it seems more one-sided. There's still some gray shit, there's still definitely some shit that's questionable that happens, but in season 4, the perspective changes drastically in terms of what is moral. And there's a lot of questions being asked, and that seemed to be, and from our perspective, that seemed to be lost on a lot of the reaction viewers at the very least, if not the entire world at large. They took a side instantly, when the whole point is to show that both sides are fucking crazy. And this whole, not even that both sides are crazy, that the situation has spun out of control entirely. And that neither side is at least good, you know, and that there isn't an easy moral answer or an easy answer as to who should come out on top.
Yeah,
and that's all. That's as far as I'll go as far as spoilers. But the problem is that as far as we could tell in the comments, people did not explore that at all. They just, fuck yeah, Aaron, kick their ass. Fuck yeah, Titan fight, dude. Fuck yeah, bro. And it's like, yeah, if you see the Reddit of AOT full of alt-right incel weirdos, I could see that. I could see both sides. I could see both radicalized groups, far left and far right, attaching to either side. It's both the it's the beauty and the curse of Attack on Titan and dealing with that subject matter. Whenever you dive into something like that, it's always going to fucking spin out of control, and that's kind of the no point. No spoilers, everybody. No, we're not talking about specific events that happened. Sorry, Numenex. No spoilers. Anyway, that'll be enough on like as far as what actually happens. But it was a similar thing as what we experienced with Naruto. It's also just because with both Naruto and Attack on Titan, they're like our biggest things, so we're attracting a larger number of people. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like when we watch a smaller show, we get mostly good reviews. Like a lot of our like Angel Beats, Charlotte, that kind of thing. It's like. Some things even still, like, I think even still on some Kaguya videos, it's like 100% likes. All the comments are nice. And then you go to something like Naruto, and, like, it's like, most people like it, but there's a very vocal minority of people who would just want to complain.
Right. Yeah, and Shadow M says it's because most people don't care about the characters and story, they just want to see badass moments. And here's the thing. That's true, and while I think it's pretty sad that that's all people want to see, especially in regards to Attack on Titan because of how great the story is, it's sad, but that's not the problem necessarily. It sucks that people see the story that way and that that's all some people want. It sucks because they're missing out on so much, and it really...
But I can understand someone just wanting to watch a show and just watch a show.
The problem comes when we want to discuss things on a deeper level, and we... don't like what Aaron's doing, don't like what other characters are doing, don't like, analyze it morally or logically, and try to see things on a deeper level, to see what was really going on, see what the author is thinking about while writing these things. That's a big thing that I try to do a lot, is like, why is the author taking the story in this direction? What could they be thinking about in the real world or in their life, or what parallels can be drawn here? How deeply can we look at this? Is there a deeper meaning? Just asking questions. When we try to do that during the reaction, as much as we can, and we cut out the parts where we're not doing that because we're just sitting there doing nothing while the show is playing, and then people are like, why are you talking over the show? It's like, we didn't talk over the show. We talked over half the show, and we cut out the parts where we weren't talking, because that's not a fucking piece of content. That's just copyright infringement.
But I don't know.
That's where the problem comes, is when people complain about us trying to see things on a deeper level.
Yeah. I don't know.
Not necessarily that they just want hype moments. That's, again, it's sad, but that's not the main problem.
The discussion is the best part. Did you analyze B-stars that way?
Yes, we did. And, oh my fucking god. Is this bait? Are you baiting us with this, Castro? Yes, we did. And that's partly the reason why I was hesitant to want to react to B-Star Season 2. Because the entire comment section was just weird furries not understanding that the B-Stars is making a larger point about modern society and classism and racism. It's that, like, they're making a extremely broad and detailed, complex, and extremely, careful, I don't know how to put it, like, possibly dangerous, like, if you interpret things the wrong way, it could be interpreted as really fucked up what Beastars is saying. And, like, the waters that they're wading in are extremely, intrepid from a writing perspective, because, like, they're talking about deep, real shit in society. And when we tried to point that out and draw parallels, how, like, if you compare it to America, then, like, the predators are more like, say, white people, and then the prey are more like minority groups, like, who are marginalized and sold as meat to the upper class and shit. Like, there's so much going on there, and whenever we would talk about it, everyone in the comments was just like, I mean, why should the carnivores have to, sacrifice their freedom? What the fuck is that about? It's like, okay, if you I literally at one point was talking in the comments, and I was like, okay, take a step back and apply what you just said to real life for 1 second and see if that is okay with you. And he's just like, it's not real life. It's their predator. They're animals, bro. Like,
Yeah,
and it's just
actually,
like, what are you talking about?
The one
Like,
thing
what
that
is
I
the
didn't
point?
understand is it's like, just because they're animals doesn't mean that there's not multiple ways to apply these things and these themes and these characters into real life situations. And at some points in the show, it can go multiple ways and
Right.
mean multiple things. And that's what's interesting about it. But a lot of the people were like, you guys are looking too deep into it. It's set in an animal world because the author just loves animals and wanted to create a completely fictional, completely separated from reality animal world. And I'm like, no. I'm so... And, like, that's the thing as well, like, it's not just, and I saw it somewhere you said it's not just a furry show, and it's really not.
It's not.
It's completely not. But
Yeah.
the reason why Carson mentioned furries is because seemingly some people are just there for the cute animals. And,
For the cute animal waifus.
Yeah.
Like, they get mad when you trash a cute animal waifu for being a bitch when she's being a bitch because she's the only Harlequin rabbit of her kind. Can't you empathize? She's been her race has been driven to extinction. Her breed has been, not even her race, not even like attaching it to like humanity at all. Just like the fact that she's a cute animal girl. It's like that's all they care about. And what's funny about it is that like usually in these situations where like the show is misunderstood, it's misunderstood by other people, but the people who actually care about it see what it's really about and kind of understand what the show is going for. In our experience, at least based on the people who watched our reactions and actually contributed to the conversation, most of them literally just also misunderstood it. They also actually literally just view it for like furryism and like because they are possibly have like furry inclinations, which again isn't bad. It's just that like that's the depth that you're watching the show. This show is like a fucking 9 or a 10 out of 10 in terms of its writing and story. But the fact that you are viewing it through this extremely childish and like it's like so I don't understand it. And then they get mad at us for like, and that's the problem. It's like you can view the show however you want it. But the fact that people come after us for trying to see things deeper and trying to understand what is good about it, that's the problem. That's where things get frustrating.
Yeah, Castro.
Wait, what?
It's B-Stars.
Oh,
spoilers.
okay. Be careful. Yeah, fuck. I wish mods could delete other mods' comments. That's a big problem.
Yeah. But anyway, not to get like too focused in on all this like hate stuff because that's what we're just kind of talking about now. But it does get a little bit disappointing when people are, and I feel like there is going to be some stuff like that with Erased. Because from what I've seen, people, and we're not going to spoil Erased here or talk too much about it, or our reactions, but a lot of people seem to have some problems with the ending of Erased. And I have some opinion. We're going to do a discussion video about Erased as a whole, especially after the last episode has aired, so we can see people's opinions on it. But I already know that I disagree with what seems to be
the consensus.
Well, it seems like it's about 50-50 in terms of people who sort of understood what it was going for and the people who were just a little bit mad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we just don't want to, what hate is fun. I love hate. Yeah, we just don't want to get more on the YouTube thing. And that's not what I wasn't trying to get back on the YouTube thing and make it about us and about the reaction and everything. That wasn't the point. I was just talking more about the fans of these shows and talking about the communities.
I like it when reactors have a different view to me because there's more to think about, even if I strongly disagree. Yeah, that's what I think is interesting as well, is you can disagree with someone but still, like, listen to what they have to say and see if it holds up, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Why don't Bullcast tell us what you guys want on anime? For example, genre, length, time. Chat will be the sommelier. Well, I would like a high budget adaptation of a certain 80s manga
we have
dark
no
fantasy
idea
series.
what it might be.
That's what I want. With a soundtrack by my favorite composer, Susumu Hirasawa. That's what I would like. But of all, if I could have one thing, that's what I would want. I would want, like, it done really well in the style, in the visual style of the 97 anime. Like, with the watercolors and shit like that. But with the animation of...
Actually good.
a good thing.
I don't know what I want in an anime.
SAO remake? No!
I want, I don't know.
No 100 Blades, not with fucking CG. Get out of here. You don't know?
I don't know. I feel like I want to watch more stuff. I have my list, and that's what I want right now. I want to watch those things. How many weeks is there to finish Naruto Shippuden? We're going to be finished before the end of the year, I believe. Right?
Is that right?
I think in November something.
Right.
Like late November.
Holy shit, that's approaching fast. I forgot that it was November.
Yeah.
It's going to be probably by Christmas. If we're adding more fillers, probably by Christmas. By the new year, it will be a new year for Boldcast.
A little bit scary, but also exciting.
Exciting. I'm getting less and less stressed about it, I think, as I'm becoming more open to new stuff, cuz like I'm accepting the fact that there's other shit that I haven't seen that will that if I let it will affect me as much as say Naruto or whatever.
If you say I've seen everything good and you've come into it with the attitude of like I've seen everything that's going to make an impression on me, then that's going to be true, you know? Just delete season 2 of Promised Neverland. Watch some Shippuden in sub. We are.
We're watching the Power Arc in sub.
And then a few more in sub. Hype for winter's anime.
I'm excited for Chainsaw Man. I hope it lives up to the hype. I really hope that it does. I really hope it's not... I really hope that it gets better treatment than... It probably will get a better treatment than Attack on Titan Season 4. I don't want to get into that whole thing. Yeah. I hope it's good. I hope it's fucking good. I hope it gets the Jujutsu treatment, but even better. It looks like it's going to be even better, but it's also... The trailer also had that prelay animation that was pre-made for the trailer itself, not necessarily going to be used in the show, which sucks. When I found that out from the comments, I was like, God damn it, the animation looks so fucking good. If only the show actually looked like this. It's probably going to look like that, but just a step down.
Yeah.
And, which is still higher than most shows, but still. Are you looking forward to Beastars Season 2?
I am.
I am looking more forward to it, I guess. I'm trying to be, like I said, I'm trying to be more open. I've heard that Season 2 is even better than Season 1. I don't know if that's true. I hope it's true.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's going to be true, because a lot of the things I liked about Season 1, I don't think the average anime consumer would appreciate. Like, especially the first 4 episodes of Beastars Season 1 were visually spectacular and extremely well directed and extremely subtextual, and the framing was so good and it was very visually, it had a lot of good visual storytelling, which is something that I really, really appreciate. And I know that because Season 2 was made during the pandemic, and because I've seen the opening, I know it's just the opening, but it possibly says something about the show. And if I'm comparing it to like the golden, as far as a production standpoint, the golden era of Season 1, which is like, we need to hook people, let's fucking pull out all the stops and make this shit incredible. Comparing it to that is a losing game, I guess. But I'm excited about it. I don't know. Seki, watch yourself, man. Watch yourself, bro. When am I finishing the Berserk manga? Probably never, because it's never going to be finished, unfortunately. But, yeah, which is sad, but I'll catch up soon. I'm only a few chapters behind. Welcome back. You guys have a good break? Yes, we did, Guy. Thank you for welcoming us back. This stream's actually been pretty good. We've just been chilling and talking the whole time. I thought more people would leave. So thank you guys for staying and listening. Fucking wall rat coming in with more Odd Taxi. You just really want us to watch Odd Taxi. Oh no, you were applying to somebody. Never mind. Oh, that sucks, Castro. Fuck's sake. I'm sorry. Yeah, I heard about that, Shiro. I enjoy us talking about it. Are we going to see some gameplay or not? No, we tried playing earlier, and the fucking sound wasn't working. I need to, like, fix some shit in my computer because Streamlabs OBS was, like, half crashing while we were going. Like, it would just stop everything. Everything would stop. The audio would stop. The chat bar on the side would stop. The only thing, the little tip ticker down here across the bottom, that would stop moving. And the feed would be going, but and then you guys could hear the dialogue, but we couldn't hear any of the characters talking. So yeah,
we'll get it fixed. I still want to play the game.
I look like I'm constantly in a bad mood with the glasses. Really?
He's having the time of his life.
Yeah, let's stop talking about AOT spoilers before somebody gets an idea.
Yeah.
Power Arc was okay. Well, you'll hear more of our thoughts about it in the actual shit.
The first half was strong. The first half was really strong.
We've already seen Vinland Saga Wet Bread, unfortunately. What up, Zanzibar? When will you guys get that Raid Shadow Legends money? Hopefully soon as possible. Should we end it?
Yeah, maybe we can still watch some stuff, have some dinner, and...
Should we end the stream? We're almost 4 or 3 hours in.
Mm-hmm.
I'll plan to watch any anime movies? Not at the moment, but we're open to it.
Mm-hmm.
40k special? No 40k special. We're going to focus on getting the content rolling rather than celebrating a milestone that's, whatever. We'll celebrate a bigger milestone when we feel like we deserve a celebration.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, would you make a video on Ghost and the Lady when done reading? I've thought about it.
Do it.
It's not super popular, so I don't know, but I would consider it. I would consider doing it because it's not popular. It seems like it's in that weird space where it's good enough to be popular, but it's not a lot of people know about it.
Little shout out.
So maybe if I have a creative title and thumbnail or something and like a good enough video, it could blow it up and signal boost it. That might actually be pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
Gonna make a video on Del Toro once you're finished it?
Maybe. Mawaki, are you going to react to Kakashi backstory filler arc? Yes. Shadow M, bye guys. Striking Bolt, see you too. Was nice watching this live. Thank you for showing up. What's for dinner? Not sure.
Figure it out.
If the fish swim in the water, can see the wind? I can't see the wind. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for chilling with us and talking with us.
Thank you for all the donations and all the well wishes.
Why the new video today? You're on a different studio. Oh, because that was recorded weeks ago. Yeah. Anyway, already. Wait, don't read. Did you see anything?
No, I didn't see anything.
Okay. Fucking get rid of that. See, this is why you don't talk about spoilers, everybody. Wow, great. On that note, thank you, Harsh. See you guys later. Thank you guys for tuning out. Great way to end the stream. Fuck's sakes. Hope you guys enjoy.